Welcome back, foolish mortals. This the damn season where we will take you on a fearless journey through the most haunted side of Taylor Swift's musical universe as we take her songs and turn it to horror movies. You think you're ready for it? Well, strap into your getaway car because the Councilghouls Hauntcast starts right now.
Welcome back to another spooky episode of the Council Ghouls. Today there are three ghouls: Albu, Buhanus, and Swift into the Afterlife. Ariq. Say Albert, Kelvin, and Ariq is here today.
Oh,
Teguh, not a Swiftie apparently.
Not a
avid hater of the Taylor Swift. No.
He is an avid hater of Taylor Swift.
He's our other co-host. In case anyone of you is wondering, he's unable to make it today.
Public enemy number one.
Also, talking about public enemies, Kelvin, how come you steal my name? I'm Albu and you Buhannes. What is this? You steal the boo?
I
Get
thought
your
that
own. Get your own
AI
horror
last
names,
episode.
man.
Last episode, I call myself Kelvin Buhanus.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
your boo is on the last name, not on the first name. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, my boo is on the first name. Fine. We'll split the difference. Okay, fair enough.
Also, you're Albu. I'm
What?
Buhanus.
Wait, Ariq, what's your Spooktober name? What's your council goal's name?
I forgot what you gave me. I think you gave me like something. I'm gonna go look back.
Come up with one right now.
How
But
do you
yeah,
make my
so
name
Albert,
spooky? Yeah.
what are we talking about today?
Yes, so we have an exciting topic for you guys here today. As you all know, Spooktober. We're the council goals. We're talking about the spooky, scary stuff, but we also want to try to align it with what is topical that's going on in the world right now. And last week we talked about horror sequels. Check that one out if you haven't, because we talk, and that's in honor of Exorcist. Talk about horror sequels. It's a great conversation. This week, the biggest thing that comes out in the world of the movie space is the Taylor Swift The Eras Tour movie. I believe that's the actual complete title. But that is what's coming out. So we've decided, hey, why don't we do a twist? Create a horror movie based on Taylor Swift songs. She's got so many songs. We can pick from so many and take either just the title out of what's the word? Out of
Contact.
out of context. Yes, take the title out of context and pitch a horror movie out of it, or just like break down the actual lyrics and make a movie out of it. There are actually some songs that straight up is like a story, so you could just take it and turn it horror. So decided to do that, and we don't know what the other pick. We have come up with a story. Hopefully, you guys also have like cast and directors in place just for fun. So that is the main meat of the show here today, taking Taylor Swift songs to horror movies, turning it to horror movies. So yeah, and of course we'll open the show with weekly watchies. But before we get to all of that, make sure you follow us all over our social media at Councilmen Show. That's on Twitter, that's on Instagram, that's on Letterboxd, and you can subscribe to our YouTube feed right now as well. We're going live every Saturday morning, 10:30 a.m. Eastern, as we do this live, and then obviously it goes to the audio feed. So follow us there on Spotify, leave us a review on Apple Podcasts and whatnot. So make sure you do all of those. So yeah, all those chores out of the way. I'm gonna call them chores now whenever I plug.
Did you see? Did you see what you did there?
What
It ghost into the audio podcast. Get it, ghost? So cool. Halloween.
It's hilarious. Though. I like it.
Look what you made me do, Calvin. Look what
Okay,
you
Albert,
made me.
enough.
You relentless pun.
Okay.
Also, yeah, during the show, I'm gonna try to make as many puns as possible using titles. Feel free to join me if you want to. That's my goal today. So
Well,
yeah.
we'll see. You already got one.
Mhm, mhm.
Alright, anyway, let's get into the weekly watchies.
Are you ready for the weekly council segment? Weekly watchies. We've been watching TVs, movies, rating 1 to 5, maybe crying, could be boring, but laughing in theaters or at home. Cause it's time to share everything that we watched this week. It is time for our show's weekly watchies.
Alright, weekly watchies, the part of the show where we talk about movies we watched this week and share our thoughts. You guys in the chat as well. Chime in with your thoughts and the movies you watch. Yeah. Alright, so let's get started with that. Um I don't know. Let's go with Ariq is hugging a dinosaur, so let's go with him. He's looking too cute right now.
Too
Hey man,
cute.
look, it's a spooky time, and I need my little dinosaur.
Is that a stegosaurus? What is that?
I have no idea. He's a weird
It looks
amalgamation.
like a stegosaurus.
Kinda does.
It probably is.
It
Yeah.
probably is. But yes, you want to start with me? Should I start? I only have one
Go
film I
ahead.
watched this week, and this is actually a
Go
very
ahead,
good
yeah.
clue to what it is. This is
Jurassic
very.
World Dominion.
Oh my god!
The
No,
Land Before Time.
You did
no. You know what?
Velocipaster.
I watched that a long time ago, man. Right now, I
65.
watched.
Dinosaur
No,
2000.
no. It's not okay. It's
Keep
not
guessing.
the movie is the title of this famous monster that you guys pretty much know at this point.
King Kong.
Godzilla.
Yes, yeah, exactly. Yes, Albert Albert
Oh,
got it.
that's not
It's
King
Godzilla.
Kong? That dinosaur is not a King
Well, to
Kong?
be fair, there is a dinosaur in Peter Jackson's King Kong. So Calvin, you're
There
in
you
the
go.
right track there.
Yeah. But yes, Albert is right. I watched Godzilla, but I watched the original 1954 Godzilla.
Oh.
Whoa, is
So
that the
it's
first
the
one?
man
Yeah,
in
the
the
absolute
suit.
first. Yes, the actual suit guy.
Damn.
Arica finds a way. But yeah, well, to be honest, I kind of don't want to talk about it because like my friend really wants to hear me talk about it, and I'm just like, I don't want to. But I haven't watched any other film, so I will talk about it. So, God damn it,
Okay.
why is he on the chat? Get him out. Anyway, um, that film is it's quite surprising to me because it's not like your typical standard Godzilla film where it's like big dinosaur does cool crazy stuff, like it is back in the like the not the original, sorry, the new legendary stuff. So apparently that movie has like a lot of like undertones in it. I guess what how to begin with this. The first Godzilla movie was released in 1954. If you guys know basic history, you know that two bombs may have dropped in Japan somewhere. It's a spoiler for Oppenheimer, by the way.
Uh huh.
So, right,
Spoiler for history. Uh huh.
yeah, spoiler for history and Oppenheimer, yeah. So basically, right, this whole movie they made it is basically just like kind of like a retelling, a story of of like the nuclear holocaust, and they've basically like give that whole thing a personification, which is Godzilla. He's supposed to be like, why am I holding him like this? Like this thing is supposed to be like the embodiment of nuclear holocaust. He may not look like it, but he is. So yeah, so there's like a lot of like undertones with that. So it shows like, how Japan is like being absolutely destroyed by this force of nature and there's nothing they can do about it. But then they also have this guy, is it like Serizawa? He's like the main character, kind of like the main character of all the whole thing. Like it also like follows him where he builds this devastating weapon that is meant to be used against Godzilla, and he's also like contemplating whether he should use it or not because he's afraid that this kind of power is too much for people. So yeah, there's like it's basically not so much as a fun big monster movie, but more so like a very a provocative like political kind of like movie, just like a lot of things going on in that. Like it's supposed to have like a deeper story, deeper meaning to it. So like yeah, it's basically a disaster movie with a very deep like writing like meaning behind it. So yeah, so I thought that was a pretty cool concept. Um I I think it'll be a bit too long if I get into details to everything, but all I know is that the rubber suit they wore Apparently, that weighs 100 kilograms, and the guy fainted like 5 times during shooting.
100 kilograms. Damn.
Wearing 100 kilograms, that's for the Americans, that's like 220 pounds.
How do you
So you
convert
wore.
that so fast? I don't even know that.
I lift a lot of weights at the gym, Albert. Anyway.
120 pounds. There you go. 220
Yeah,
pounds.
so it's like a really heavy suit. The guy sweats a lot. He basically passed out several times, but it's pretty impressive for what they did back then. And yeah, but overall, the film, I guess, apart from like the neat undertones of the story and all that, I still think it's just like a fairly like reasonably kind of like partly entertaining kind of film. So I'd give it like a 3.5 out of 5. This is kind of decent, but. Good.
Okay. Fair. Fair enough. Does it have a rewatchability value?
Honestly, probably not, because like I said, it's like story focused, right? So you've already like figured that out. It's
Gotcha.
the action is not exactly. It's 1954. They were limited. You don't expect him to do backflips in a 100 kilogram suit, right?
But they're
Fair.
Japanese. I expect them to do that.
Yeah, expect. Yeah, I mean, like apart from the actions of him going, apart from him just doing that, there's like there isn't like much to it. So yeah, interesting film. I'm
Alright.
quite hold him.
All right.
Okay.
Who's next? You or me, Kelvin?
I can go, I guess. I
Alright.
watched three
Yeah, you're
movies
somebody's
this week.
girl.
Um, I watched 3 movies this week. Should I go with the decent one first or the bad one first? No, what? Let's just go
Let's
with the
go.
good ones.
Yeah, go
Whatever.
with the good ones.
Let's go with the good ones. Well, not. I think it's decent, but it's interesting. I watched No One Will Save You. Y- Have you not heard
No
of that?
idea. No idea what that is.
It's with the girl from one of your favorite movie, Albert. What is her name? Was it Booksmart? Was it?
Caitlin Deaver?
Yes, she's in this movie. She's the main character in this movie. In No
Ah,
One Will
okay.
Save You.
Okay.
So this one is very interesting. This movie basically just decided to, you know what? Screw writers. No dialogues.
Wait.
This whole 1 hour. What?
Well, I'm just saying wait because I'm like, wait, there's no dialogues? What the heck?
No. In this whole 1 hour 30 minutes ish movie, the only dialogue I remember is her saying, "Come on." I think that's about it. Yeah. And then outside of that, it's all just her running around, grunting, kind of screaming in pain, stuff like that. Yeah. But
Hmm.
it is a horror movie. It is interesting. It's basically a home invasion by aliens. Yeah.
Okay.
Something like that. So I find the concept to be interesting at least, and there is still what you call that story around it, I suppose. Something about her ex. She has some kind of a PT trauma type of deal, where she accidentally kills her friend, things like that. Yeah.
Damn. So she got a trauma and she couldn't shake it off. Phew.
She couldn't shake it off, but that's the thing though. The aliens kind of help her through that. To it's like she's in denial this whole time,
Mhm.
and then the alien kind of like what they did with Captain Marvel, they go into her history type of deal, and she relived through it, and then it's like, oh, she started to accept things, and then yeah, she she yeah, pretty much that, I guess. But overall though, it's pretty interesting. I think the how the alien attack, I guess, is pretty cool. The alien design is very, very classic alien design. Big head, round eyes type of deal.
Mm.
Like how we all drew it back then. Yeah, it's a very classic alien design, but they got what the usual telepathic power stuff like that, and then yeah, it turns out the alien has been like assimilating themselves into the neighborhood. And then slowly you can see in the background like, oh, some people are starting to act weird, not all things like that. But yeah, I don't know. I think it's pretty interesting. So yeah, I give that
Interesting.
one a nice 3 out of 5. Mm-hmm.
All right, so it's like kind of like the Invasion of the Body Snatchers kind of thing. Scrolls.
Yeah,
Yeah.
something like that. Yeah,
Cool.
yeah. So yeah.
All right.
All right,
So
Albert.
yeah, I'm gonna start with I saw 4 movies. One of them is Scream 2, which I'm not gonna talk about because we did talk about it last week. Check out last week's episode if you wanna hear me and Ariq talk about it for the most part, because Kelvin still haven't seen it. I did watch Scream 2. I want to start with the newest release out of the other three I watch here. I watched Totally Killer, which is now a film in Amazon Prime. And the best way to say this is that this is a Back to the Future meets Scream.
Oh,
It's the concept is very exciting. The execution is good. It's not great. I gave it 4 out of 5 stars because I still had a lot of fun. But basically, the premise is that there is this mysterious masked murderer, serial killer that's been hunting this town, and then this young girl, basically, there is a time machine, and she goes back in time to try to figure out who the serial killer is and try to stop the serial killer from becoming a serial killer in the first place. So it's literally like Back to the Future meets with Scream because they're trying to figure out who it is. She meets a younger version of all the people that she already know in the current timeline, and she's like, "Oh, so you're him," blah 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 blah. And obviously, she cannot tell who she really is, so you have to pretend the whole thing. And so that's the Scream elements is figuring that out with the horror as well, right? And then the Back to the Future is all the time travel stuff, and it's a lot of fun. They make a lot, they just like Scream, they make a lot of like pop culture reference to the modern era. There is like one of my favorite lines in the movie is like, so when talking about time travel, they're like, so you know anything about quantum mechanics? And it's like, yeah, I saw Endgame. So I was like, oh, nice. That's funny, and no one in the '80s understood that reference because that film's not out yet. So yeah. um but yeah, there's like lots of funny there's a funny dialogues of pop culture references, and they also point out a lot of stuff that happens in the '80s that is very problematic and like outdated like way of thinking. So it's funny when the main character, played by Kieran Shipka, by the way, which I've never seen her in anything outside. I've seen a couple episodes of Sabrina. I've never seen the show in full because I wasn't a fan of the show, but she's really good in this one. I really like her in this one. And Olivia Holt from Cloak and Dagger, from variety of Disney shows, she's in this. Julie Bowen, who you might know from Modern Family, she's in this as well. So yeah, overall, it's just a fun, like, stupid time travel slasher movie. If you think about it too much with time travel logic, obviously, like every time travel movie is gonna break you. The logic does not hold up. But it's just like a fun, campy slasher type stuff that's high concept, and it's very interesting. I do recommend it if you're like a fan of Freaky, because it's like a Freaky Friday turn horror, or if you're a fan like of Happy Death Day, which is like Groundhog's Day turn horror. You might like this one because again, this is like Back to the Future turn horror, and I'm curious if there are other movies like that out there. If you do know, feel free to just like let me know what other films are like this, because I do want to check out like other films that are kind of like this. It's interesting. Have you guys heard of it?
it's been on my watch list. Once I saw it
Yeah.
on Letterboxd. Yeah,
I've never heard of this film before.
that's why you
That's
gotta
I've
look at
never.
Letterboxd, Ariq.
Well,
It's
the
in the
fact that they didn't
popular
mark
section.
is it in the popular section? But why
Yeah,
is
that's where I see
Letterboxd
it.
though? I've never seen it recommended on YouTube. Never seen it like on other
It's
social
yeah.
literally
media
right there.
It's
websites.
Popular with this
it's
week.
it just came out, I think, like last week or something. And to be fair, I also, the first time I saw this movie was ironically enough in TikTok, and they show it's a an advertisement clip, and I was like, this looks so stupid. I'm never watching this. And then my friend messaged me like following later, like, hey, I just watched this film and I think you will totally like it. And he told me the cast, and I'm like, yeah, I saw the clip. It looks stupid, but if you tell me it's good, fine, I'll check it out.
Oh,
It turns out
the
I do
clip
like
was
it.
off-putting to you.
Yeah, because the clip was basically Kieran Shipka already back in the 80s and meeting a younger version of her mom and just like awkward and stuff. So I'm like, this looks very dumb. I don't know how I feel about this. So yeah. But hey, it's a good film. So thank you, Matt, for the recommendation. Shout out to you.
Mm.
Also, another quote from this film that I thought was very funny. This is in the 80s. One of them asking, "So, in the future, do the machines kill us all?" And then Jamie, which is the Kieran Shipka's character, she replies, "No, the machines don't kill us all. They just rip us apart. They just rip apart the fabric of our society via dance videos on TikTok." And I was like, "Huh, that's so stupid. This
That's
is the
deep.
dumbest.
That's
That's one of
very
the
deep.
dumbest line I've ever heard, but I thought it was very funny." So yeah,
That says a lot about society. Yeah, I like
a lot of
that.
society.
Yeah.
Deep.
Dance videos to rip us apart. Damn. They should do a horror movie about TikTok.
Oh my god, no.
But yeah, that's totally killer. I recommend it.
All right. All right. Yeah. Wait, how much you give this, Bert?
I gave it a 4 out of 5.
All right, 4 out of
This
5.
film
That's
definitely
high.
bejeweled.
Bejeweled.
That's another pun. I've 5 puns in my tally so far. I'll keep going. All right, who's next?
Wait, you had 5 puns already?
I said
What?
I said bejewel, shake it off. I said endgame, which is I put that as part of the quote of the movie. And what else did I say?
Endgame a Taylor Swift song, really?
Endgame's a Taylor Swift song, yeah.
Oh.
What else did I say? I feel like I said something else. Maybe I didn't. I'll try to keep
Alright.
track better, or someone else keep track. You guys see the thing is, you guys cannot keep track because you guys don't know the songs that much. As
Yeah,
I
I
do.
don't know the songs.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
I've
exactly.
been looking to the side because I'm looking at Spotify trying to see what I can pull, so I'm kind of distracted. But yeah, I think I have 3 to 4 so far.
There's
So
a
yeah.
list. There's a list of the whole thing.
I don't remember all of it on top of my head, so
I thought you were a Swiftie, Albert.
I thought you were a true
Poser.
Swiftie.
we'll get to that discussion.
Alright, I'll go back to me. I watched this another 2023 movie. Title a horror, of course. It Lives Inside. Have you heard of that?
No.
Is this the sequel to the other film that you're talking about? Because it's about them being assimilated inside the people.
No, it's not.
Ah,
But just like you, I found this not on TikTok but on Instagram Reels. Yeah, and
all right.
yeah, I saw the poster, I saw a bit of the movie in the TikTok in the IG Reels, and it looks pretty interesting. So I checked it out. Yeah, it's pretty good. It's basically I find it interesting because this horror is using the folklore or the mythology
Hey,
of
there you go.
the
Folklore,
Hinduism.
Taylor Swift album. Good job.
Is that actually? Actually.
But yeah, they use the folklore mythology of the Hinduism, which of Hindu, which I'm not too familiar with, so I find it quite interesting. Yeah. I don't actually know if it's true or not. I'll just believe it's true. Yeah. So basically, we follow this girl Samita, who is she's kind of like the few Indian ethnic people, I guess, in her school. So a lot of people, she doesn't quite fit in, things like that. And she has a friend called named Tamira, and it's like she's odd. All right, she looks like she hasn't showered for like a week. Her hair is not groomed, all of that, and
Okay.
she's like holding this jar. Like, oh, what the hell is that jar? Obviously inside it's a demon. Yeah, but little did Samita
Interesting.
know, she kind of like released the demon, and then now that demon needs a vessel. So you can guess what happened from the title, right? It
So
lives inside
the demon goes inside of that character
of the main character. Yeah, pretty much that.
to wrestle.
No, I think she just kind of sucked it in like a spaghetti.
Wait, no, you said the demon. You said the demon wants to wrestle.
Huh?
Did
No,
you
the
say the demon wants
to.
to wrestle?
I said that?
I
No, I
don't. Wait,
didn't.
what did you say? What did you say? I heard that you said. I heard that you said the demon wants to wrestle, so it goes inside her, and I was like, I'm very confused. Is that what you said?
No.
What did you
I
say?
know. I didn't say wrestle at all.
What did you say? What did you say the demon wanted to
I
do?
said the demon basically got sucked in like spaghetti.
No, before that, you said something. Ugh, I don't know what's going on. I thought. I
You're
swear.
mishearing things, dude.
I thought you.
You're hearing things, man.
I thought you were like the demons wants to wrestle. I'm like, that's a weird plot. The demon possessed the girl because the demon wants to wrestle. Interesting.
You're
Like,
literally
But
putting words in a blank. Dude, you're putting words in a blank space, my come
oh shit. All right.
but yeah, basically that. So yeah, at the end the demon kind of goes into her, and then the demon lives inside her, and it's like, oh, now she gotta live with the demon, and that includes eating raw meat, I guess.
Mm,
So
protein.
Hmm.
yeah, protein. But yeah, pretty much that. I think this movie is just fine. I give it 3 out of 5. There are some things I don't like about it too much, like the demon
Mhm.
itself. It's kind of what you call that? The demon's motive, I guess. It's like all over the place. It's like, does he want to kill? Does he want to suck soul? Or does he want to scare people? Because in some points he just straight up kills some guy. And at another point, this demon is like, oh, let's play around with this person. Scare them around first and then throw her into the glass and then just like, whoop, I'm done. Kinda weird. Yeah.
Hmm.
And another thing is what I wrote in my, which kind of annoys me, is what I wrote in my letterbox review. I'll just quote from it. Please stop crawling backwards after you fell down. Just get up and run. Like seriously. The main character was like, she was scared, like, whoa, she fell down. And instead of like getting up and then running, no, she's like crawling backwards slowly while looking at the demon. I'm like, what the hell are you doing? Yeah,
Huh.
basically that. That annoys me.
Interesting. Okay.
Does it not
Cool.
annoy you?
No, I'm more thinking about the fact that she falls down and then she falls down in a position where she can crawl backward right away. Because I when I picture
Not
someone falling
crawl
down,
backward as in like,
yeah, I know it's crawling like that, right? Like legs
yeah,
in front of her. No, that's
yeah.
exactly like when I'm thinking someone fall. Usually, it hands is in front of their body and then the legs at the
She
back.
fell backward.
She's walking backward and she fell backwards.
No,
Hmm.
she was looking at something. She got scared. She backed down. She fell
Oh,
backward.
okay,
Yeah,
gotcha.
Albert, people
Got it.
can fall sideways as well. You know.
Really,
You know that,
I
right?
didn't know
I've
that.
never seen anyone fall sideways before. Can
Or
people fall
diagonally.
can people fall diagonally? I just want to ask that. All right.
You don't have to fall forward all the time, Albert.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
But yeah, very much that. Pretty cool. Uh, kind of interesting, I guess. But still, yeah. All right, so that's about it. 3 out of 5 for it lives inside. Let's let's go back to you. Do you want to just, I don't know, speed around it?
Rapid
I
fire.
guess. Yeah,
Yeah, I'll
rapid
rapid
fire it.
fire. I saw the first Purge out of. You guys warned me not to watch it. I watched it anyway. It is a disappointment. Again, I really
Right.
like the concept, but the execution was not great. It's a home invasion movie. It's pretty much a home invasion movie. In the Purge, in like the Purge 24 hours, 12 hours. How long is it? I already forgot.
24 hours, I think. Oh, no,
22.
I think it's 12 hours.
12 hours
22.
12 hours, all crime is legal, and then the home
Oh yeah.
invasion, and it's like
Yeah.
it's sort of interesting, and then the characters annoy me, the kids annoy me, and then it's
That
just
that kid with the tack, that kid annoys me.
yeah.
I
No,
thought
I
because
was
of the
like,
kid, the whole thing began because he opened the door and stuff.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
whenever the kid is like going crazy over something, and then I was like, kid, you gotta calm down, you need to calm down, and then so yeah, that annoys me anyway. That's four for me. That's 4 or 5 puns. Yeah, so I gave it 3 out of 5 stars. And then the other one, which is much more interesting, I watched the Sam Raimi movie Drag Me to Hell, which is the first Raimi movie, I believe, after the Spider-Man trilogy. It stars Alison Lohman, Justin Long, Lorna Raver, Dilip Rao. And basically, it's about this girl who got cursed by this gypsy. And so there is this demon basically chasing her until she is killed and dragged to hell. So the whole film is about her trying to figure out what happened and trying to get this curse away from her. So she like consults to like a psychic. She consults to like someone who knows the medium and everything like that. And so it's like it's pretty scary. It's pretty gnarly. Like some of the VFX aren't great, but some of the prosthetics are good, and some of the stuff with because the I'm trying to say this in the best way because the gypsy lady is like a really old gypsy lady, and there are stuff including like false teeth and like bodily fluids coming out of her, and then she's like in contact with the main character because she's trying to like curse her and shit and like bite her, and I'm like, oh, that is like disgusting. So yeah, like her appearance is like pretty gross, and then again with the body with like the teeth and the bodily fluids and everything like that, it's just like, oh, it's like gross. So don't watch this while eating. Again, a reminder: don't watch any Sam Raimi horror movies while eating. But yeah, it's pretty gnarly. But yeah, I like it overall. It's pretty fun, and I like Alison Lohman as the lead, particularly towards the end, because she's like pretty cool towards the end. But yeah, it's a scary, campy Sam Raimi type horror movie with the possession stuff. So yeah, 4 out of 5.
Nice. This
Mhm.
again, also in my watch list. I think Joe keep on telling me to watch it, my brother, but I'm still too lazy to watch it.
That's
Yeah.
fair. It's like 1
Alright,
hour 30, I think, so it's fast.
it's fast. Yeah, right. I should get to it. But yeah, anyway, I also have one more movie.
Okay.
This one is kind of random. My mom suddenly wants to watch a movie, so I'm like, all right, sure. It's October, so everything is horror movie. So I just like,
Uh-huh.
Mom, it's all bad. But then she really wants to go, so we just went to one. It's either. So I want to watch this, The Exorcist Believer.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's bad. Think of it like this. We know how good The Exorcists are, right? Right. But what if two girls are possessed? Ah.
Whoa. This is like Team Rocket Double Trouble, man.
Dude, yeah. Dude, not only that, alright? Two girls possessed, and guess what? Different race. Mmm.
What does that have to do with anything?
I don't know.
Diversity,
I'm
Albert.
diversity, Albert. Yeah.
I see.
Yeah, that's why. So yeah, pretty much this whole movie is bad. Reagan and the mom did appear for like a few parts, and then it's nothing special. So yeah, it's really don't watch it. That's all I'm saying.
It's a sequel, right? Or is it a reboot?
I'm guessing this takes place many years later because Reagan and the mom
Oh, okay.
appears, right? And they're
Okay.
old already. Yeah.
Okay.
To be fair, I give this a 1. I'm. It's either 1 or 1.5, but right now let's be positive, boy, and I'll give it a 1.5. Yeah. To be fair, all right. It's either watch this or watch Expendables 4. Is it 4? The new one?
Expendables. Expendables.
Yeah. I wouldn't mind watching Expendables, but then I remembered, right, there's that whole Jason Tatum Megan Fox scenes from the
Uh-huh.
trailer. I
Uh-huh.
don't know if I want to see that with
Watch
my
that with
mom.
your mom.
So you know what? Let's just go with The Exorcist. Yeah.
Valid choice.
All right. Yeah. So I guess that's that for our weekly watchies. Yeah.
Yes. So also I just checked. So yeah, this is a requel, which is, I guess it's a term for a like the Halloween thing that we talked about last week. It's a
Mm.
it reboots. It's a sequel, but it retcons all the other stuff. So it's only sequel to the direct one. So yeah, requel. There's so many terms now. Requel, reboot.
People are just making things up now.
Yes,
Yeah.
that is how show business works in cinematography.
Retcon.
All right. Yeah. So let's get to the main topic of today's show. An interesting one.
Are
So
you
yeah,
ready
let's.
for it?
Ooh.
Are you ready?
That's
For no
5.
no,
All
just
right.
not it.
Uh, Oh, yeah. So the main meat of the show, we don't know what each other have picked. So basically, like we say up top, we all have picked variety of Taylor Swift songs. Maybe some of us have more than one as a backup, maybe not. But we basically will pitch a movie based on the plot and everything like that. And before we go to all those, let's just like go around the table. I just tell what our um what our relationship to Taylor Swift music is like. Are you guys like an avid fans of the Taylor Swift music or not?
I was obsessed with the song "Love Story" at one point for like a whole year.
This,
Yeah.
was this like around the time when it came out, or is this like much later?
I don't know when I was grade 7, basically that time.
Our grade 7 was, oh god, I don't know what.
2014, What year was
2014,
it?
2013, 20.
Around that time, I
It
guess.
was 2013, and it's after Love Story. So
Yeah, all I know is around. All I
after
know is
Fearless era.
on grade 7, I was obsessed with that song for
Right.
Okay,
reasons.
okay. But yeah, I guess it's safe to say I'm probably like the biggest Taylor Swift fan out of the three of us, and four of us,
Yep.
including
Sure.
Teguh. So yeah, so
But
you guys
but I
you
think
guys are like lesser fans, but you listen to her songs.
I mean, how do you explain this? I think Kelvin mentioned it before. I don't know if it was on stream or off stream, but like technically everyone deep
Everyone's
down
a
is the
Swiftie.
Swiftie. Yeah, you'll recognize her music and you're probably gonna like at least enjoy a few of them, which I did, of course.
I mean, all her songs are very catchy,
They're
so it's
catchy.
easy to sing along. You just hear it once or twice, you kind of remember the good parts.
The
Yeah.
good part. Calvin is like that meme of like when the song goes on like yeah 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 yeah, 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 the chorus drops and then just starts singing and
Yeah,
then again
basically.
yeah yeah
Well,
Yeah,
yeah
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
once the chorus starts, I can sing it, and then once off that, it's like just vibing.
Just vibing. All right, so
Yeah.
your connection is through Love Story.
Mhm.
That's I guess that's your earliest connection. How about you, Ariq?
Uh I think this is one of those things where like I don't want to admit to people like, oh, I like this song in secret, but I don't want to say it because I'm a strong boy, I'm a manly man.
Manly
But I
man,
think it
yeah.
was, I think it was, I think the song was Mine. Yeah, Taylor Swift Mine. I think I really like that song. I still do,
Okay.
to be honest, until this point.
Okay.
But like, I don't know. I don't put it in my playlist. I don't play it with friends.
Man,
That's in your
Yeah,
that's in your gym.
I
That's in your
I
gym playlist. That's how you get
oh
the
dude,
pump.
that's what I rep my heaviest weights.
Oh, shit. Mine.
When I lift the heaviest weights, that was play. Just imagine we just deadlifting. You are the best thing that's
Yeah,
ever
yeah.
been mine.
You're like the gym is the best thing that's ever been mine. Yeah,
Yeah.
pumping iron. Oh,
You
man.
know, don't let people know that. No, I'm strong. I listen to AC/DC and hard rock.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, that's fair.
every time Avik listened to mine, he had to listen to like a rock song, 3 consecutive rock songs to
Just
build
to
up his
yeah,
manliness again.
it's not necessarily to build up manliness. It's more to like just hide the fact that I was listening to that. I don't want people to figure out. But yeah, there you go.
Yeah, no, that's
Alright,
fair.
alright.
So Calvin started off with the love story. That was Fearless era. Ariq is mine. That's just the Speak Now era. Which, by the way, I'm wearing red. Calvin's wearing red, so we're representing the red eras. Ariq's already representing the Reputation era. Clearly, this is like 100% the reason why we wear those
Oh
shirts, right?
yes,
Oh yeah,
yes, I did.
definitely, definitely.
100% the reason. Yeah, I guess my connection with it was through "You Belong with Me." That song, I used to listen to that on repeat, and one of the reasons was because I used to have. I mean, I have a new iPad now, but I used to have an iPad that my dad like curate everything, like the games and everything. I don't know how young I want to say 2012 maybe, 2012,
Okay.
2011. When was Temple Run? It was Temple Run era because I remember
Around
vividly
20. Yeah, you're right.
I remember vividly playing Temple Run on my iPad, which is not ideal because it's big. But I played Temple Run on my iPad, and then when I'm bored, I just went to iTunes and listened to You Belong with Me. So that's like back and forth. Um, but because my dad curate the songs, and there is not a lot of songs on that iPad because I mean, always you have to buy the songs on the iPad, and like back then we couldn't buy all the songs, so there was very select songs in there. There's a lot of older songs. There is Taylor Swift, "You Belong with Me." There is Avril Lavigne, "What the Hell." And there is, and by the way, when I was listening to "What the Hell" when I was younger, I'm like, oh my god, this is so explicit. I should have been listening to this. Fuck yeah. It was like young and like just like what the hell and just so. Hey, I feel like a badass
I'm a
listening to that
rebel.
song. Where I'm like, I'm a rebel. I'm listening
Albert's
to
a
What the Hell.
rebel.
And also, I mean, hey, the cover art for that song as well was like pretty. Like Avril was wearing like a kind of like skimpy outfit as well. I'm like, oh my god, what is this? But yeah, but anyway,
This
so I
is the
listened to that,
sexiest thing
and then,
ever. Woo.
hey, she still is, man.
Oh wait. Boing.
Okay.
But anyway, I listened to You Belong with Me on repeat because I don't have a lot of other options, and then I just grew to love that. And then eventually, I check out her music. I listen to the Fearless album, listen to Speak Now, and then I go back to her original album, and then like kind of my fandom kind of peaked. I don't okay, not peak. My fandom kind of was at the highest when Red came out. That is my favorite album of hers. I think that's her more consistent album. 1989, I enjoyed that a lot. And then Reputation era, I kind of stopped because I wasn't a fan of like, what is this? She's trying to be edgy. And now I like most of I like some of the Reputation songs. It's still my least favorite of the album, but I like some of the songs. But like I kind of stopped listening to her in Reputation era. Lover came out. I like the album. Folklore and Evermore, again, those are more like folk indie. They're slower paced, so I like some of the songs, but I just don't put them on repeat too much. Initial listen, I wasn't the biggest fan, and like similar to Midnight's, like I wasn't the biggest fan on initial listen, but there are songs now that it's on my rotation. So yeah, I mean, I guess I pretty much check out all her albums, all her songs, and I have favorites and whatnot. But yeah, that is my relationship to her music. And to answer on the live chat comments, I don't go to the Eras tour movie. I was planning to, and I'm actually going tonight. And I'm both excited and terrified because have you guys seen the videos of what's going on in the movie showing for this?
No, why? What's the hell?
And also, I don't think this is coming out outside of America, is it? I don't think it's in Indonesia.
I don't think
I don't
it
think
now.
it's. I don't think it's.
No,
I don't
it's
think it's
not.
anywhere else out America. So for context, basically, she's releasing a concert movie. She taped one of her concerts. I believe it's in LA as a movie, and they're releasing it in theaters across the US. It's a 2 hours, 40 minutes movie, so almost 3 hours. Basically, it's a full concert movie. And people, at least the videos that I'm seeing, is at the premiere, so maybe it's different, but I don't know what to expect. But people are going crazy in a movie theater. People are like singing and dancing. They're getting out of their seats. They go to the front of the theater and start singing and dancing. And again, I don't know what to expect. Half of the reason I want to go is because I want to see, obviously, right? The other half is to experience this chaos because I'm more terrified than excited because I will be out of place. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? People are just like going berserk. But I feel like this will be a story to tell in like a couple of years. I'm like, yeah, I was there. It's fucking insane the chaos that happens because it's like, I guess it's more fun than just going to like on a weekday where there's no one there. You know, like you got to experience it with a crowd. So I'm going tonight. I'll report back next week or like I'll make a short or something. But yeah, I'm going tonight for that. So fingers crossed I don't die in the stampede of what's happening in that in the movie theater. So yeah,
Yeah.
basically that's that. So well, before we get to the pitching, would you guys I'm opening Taylor Swift. I'm opening Spotify right now, and I'm opening the
Yeah.
Taylor Swift complete collection, which I would assume is everything
Okay.
that she's done. Can you guys guess how many songs she have on there?
In the hundreds,
90.
I think.
Okay. Someone throw a guess first, and then I'll tell you if it's higher or lower.
90.
100.
90 is 90 is too low, so you need to go higher, Ariq.
Okay.
That's too
so
low.
It's definitely over 100. Okay. I'll go with specific number.
150
Also, mind you, this is not just songs. This is,
featuring as
I
well.
believe,
featuring.
featuring as well as like song remixes. So like let's say Lavender Haze the other
Covers
remix,
as well.
acoustic remix. Not
Um,
oh, maybe covers. I don't know if it's covers. But yeah, basically like remix of a version. I think also they have both the original version and the tailored version because of the re-recording. So it will duplicate the value for some of the. So yeah, 90 is too low.
Albert, there's hundreds of songs if they include just other remixes and like the different
Yeah.
versions. 200.
Yeah. Oh, 200. Yeah.
200 slow.
All right. 1,000.
That's too
I
high.
I mean, I know that's
That's
definitely too high, but
it's 346.
what
So
the
if you listen to this whole playlist, it's 23 hours and 18 minutes. So there you
Almost
go.
a whole
Whole
day,
day.
actually.
Whole day. Yeah.
A
So there
whole
you go.
day.
Enjoy if you
So
need to.
if you guys have a one
whole
day
day,
road
whole
trip,
day to spare.
a whole
Dude,
day of road trip, you have to drive like 24 hours. You know
dude,
which
that
direction.
that should be an extra bonus episode, you know?
We're not
Just
driving 24 hours.
Oh my
we're not
God.
driving. We're not driving. We're just live streaming for
A
23
Patreon
hours listening to Taylor
exclusive.
Swift songs.
Listening
Mm.
nonstop. Hey, whenever I fly back to Indonesia, that's like 20 plus hours. I just listen to download this
Yeah.
whole playlist.
You
listen
wouldn't
to it
even
in the
finish
whole-
by the time you
I wouldn't even
arrive.
finish. No. No.
Dude,
Yeah.
we'll be the title of that live stream. Listening to Taylor Swift songs for 23-ish
3
hours
hours. Yeah.
until I'm a Swifty.
Until I'm a Swifty.
Oh man.
Listening to Taylor Swift until I'm a Swifty, 23 hours. My God.
Yeah, 23 hour edition. Well,
All right.
alright,
Okay.
Ah.
So
let's get to the horror, Taylor.
the pitches.
Yeah.
So
Alright.
who want to start this?
Hey, why do I
Alright,
always
alright.
go? I always want to go
Alright.
first.
You want to volunteer? You want to volunteer first, Ariq? Go
I
ahead.
will volunteer as tribute.
So,
Alright.
what
I'm
is
just-
the first song that you want to pick?
For-
Ariq?
First song, we have to do multiples. I mean, I did wrote multiples anyway, but
Yeah, me too.
Wait, how many do you guys have?
I have 3 that's kind of thought out,
Okay.
and then I have another 3 that's I got an idea but I haven't finalized it.
that is a lot, Kelvin. Jesus, I have
I'm curious to hear all of it. Ariq, how many?
I
do you
have I have one that's extremely thought out. Like I wrote the whole full story. You know what? I don't think you guys can see the text anyway, but like it's this
Oh.
is just one
God
story.
Oh
damn.
my god!
This is
Whoa.
one
Okay.
story. Yeah, but then I have 2 that is like kind of just in the back rooms kind of deal, like in case somebody has
Mhm.
taken the idea.
You guys did way
Just
more
in
than
case.
me because I have one that is like very detailed. I have one that is like what the concept of it is gonna be, and obviously, and I had concept in the back of my head when I was trying to think of it, but I never wrote down anything. So,
Mhm.
but yeah, you guys have way more than me, so I'm curious how this is gonna go. All right, let's hear this.
All right, so I guess I'll start with the serious one.
Yeah.
I don't have a title for it, but it's based on technically it can be based on mine or belong with me because of like how the
Okay.
plot goes. That makes sense.
Okay. Gotcha.
I wrote this is just like I'm not entirely sure if who should be directing, starring, and all that. So I just put director James Wan because I don't have creativity, and he's a good horror actor. Sorry, horror director.
Director? Yeah, sure.
Like yeah, like Fast Furious 7. That's a good horror film. Um, it's starring there's a male and a female lead. Male, I'm thinking either Bill Skarsgård or Timothy Chalamet. I'm not so sure. Is Bill
Okay.
the guy, right?
Bill,
Yeah.
Bill definitely fits the mold of like a
Skarsgård, yeah.
horror movie better, but yeah, Timothy will be
Yeah,
interesting. especially if you wanna
but
do a more
my
drama
plot is
based.
my plot is the thing, okay? And
Okay, let's hear it.
okay, and the girl, I don't know. I was thinking of Maya Hawke is the one in Stranger Things, right? I forgot what her name was.
She is Stranger Things. She's in Fear
Yeah,
Street.
Robin,
the first
Robin.
Fear Street. Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking about having her as well. So the plot is basically, should we just read the whole thing? I'll make it quick. I know it's long.
Or
Okay,
the
so
synopsis, I guess.
Feel free to
Or
read
just
as many or as limited as you want.
Okay.
Yeah.
So basically, it starts off the main character Maya. I mean, we're using just the actor's name. I don't have like the name of the character. So Maya,
Okay.
the girl. So basically, like she lives with a family that doesn't really care much about her. and she just finished recovering from a very toxic, abusive relationship, right?
Oh.
So she finally moved on to this new town. Um, it's apparently it's kind of like like kind of like those typical like horror towns where it's a bit it's not scary, it's not spooky, but it's more like kind of sus. Just like it's kind of like just a
Hmm.
normal ass town, but
Sussy
there's
town.
something sus about it. There's something sus about it, right? Right. And then at some point, and of course in the town in the town's world building, there's like like things has happened before. There's like people have been getting kidnapped not recently. There's been like a long history of like kidnappings that has happened in there, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when she was there, she was basically just exploring around.
Hmm.
Um, she was exploring around town. She met up with a guy. This is the Bill Skarsgård guy, I guess. I'll stick with him. I'll still with Bill. So she met up with Bill. They have like some exchange of conversation, but nothing really too much went down. When she got back from the town, it was getting late, right? And then but there's like this eerie feeling that she's being followed by some guy. Ooh, I think. Ooh. And then
Okay.
once she finally reached home, she was basically home alone. And of course it's gonna be like kind of like scream-esque-ish kind of deal where she's like like she has to like just like she hears not movements, or she hears like sounds in the house and everything, and she gets all paranoid. But then suddenly the slasher suddenly tries to attack her, and basically there's gonna be like a bit of chase here and there going around.
Okay. Uh-huh.
But in the end she got jumped by the said slasher and she got knocked out. And then the story continues. Basically, she wakes up somewhere in it. Basically, she was kidnapped by the said slasher, and of course, at that point, she didn't really care what's going on. She just wanted to escape from the place. I'm taking part of the story from it. By the way, was it the Black Phone? Yeah,
Oh
part of it
yeah,
from
yeah.
that.
The Ethan
Yeah,
Hawke film.
yeah. The one with Ethan Hawke in it. Yeah, but yeah. Okay, I'm too lazy to say all the points of the story here. It's kind of long, but like point is, there's like a lot of like development between here and there. But at some point, Maya tried to escape, and then she discovered like a room where it's like where it like hides all the killer's motive and all that, and also the killer, face reveal. Oh, it's Bill Skarsgård. Holy shit! I didn't see that coming. Of course she did. Anyway, but then at that point on, she started to feel more understanding of this person, you see.
Okay.
So instead of trying to run away, she's more so cautiously trying to trying to properly like get along with this. Sometimes like people, they don't always like try to like run away from like the big killer or something. Sometimes they try to like there's like some conversations between them, kind of like in the Black Phone, for example. Like the guy, like the
Mm-hmm.
kid sometimes talks back with the guy, right, with Ethan Hawke's character. So basically, yeah, long story short, they kind of like get along, and then eventually she starts growing on her. And in the end of the story, basically basically what I'm writing is basically a movie where it ends with a Stockholm syndrome. If you guys don't know what that is, it's
Oh
basically
yeah.
Beauty and the Beast.
the person falls in love with the said killer. So
Jeez.
basically, like at the end of the story, like the police finally found out where she is. They all had like this like run and chase and everything, but instead of her trying to be like going back to her family, she decided to like, you know what? No, fuck you guys. I don't like you. I've never liked you at all. You've never helped me. So I'm gonna go with this guy who's been supporting me this whole time. So basically, that was the
Okay.
happy ending. So this whole time, what I've been doing is actually make a romantic story that started out as a horror. Because my friend gave me the idea of, Arek, why don't you write a story about Stockholm syndrome based on mine or belong with me? So I'm
Interesting.
like, yeah, you know
Okay.
what?
Interesting.
Yeah, I was like, you know what? This is so unorthodox. I want it.
Interesting. Okay.
So yeah, that's the story. That's the
All right.
main story that I've come up
Calvin, would you if you see imagine a trailer for this movie, yeah? Would you watch this movie or would you like skip?
with. How do you make a trailer for this movie? I don't even
I
know.
don't know, man.
I mean, you want to focus on the horror side, I guess, if you're releasing this on the
Hmm.
Spooktober around the
Yes,
time,
yes.
right?
And
So,
you don't want to give
you
the
know what?
twist
Just
away too.
yeah, exactly. So that's the thing. Like, if I'm making the trailer, it'll be all about the stalking and the kidnapping, all stuff like that. And you know what? Just I'm pretty sure just because of all the Black Phone that I watch,
Hmm.
similar movies to that, I'll probably give it a watch. It'll be quite interesting. Yeah, and then I'll be like, whoa, this is a romance?
Mm, that's
Yeah.
what I wanted. That's what I wanted to
Yeah,
do.
You know what's you know what it's reminding me of,
what?
it's not just because there is a twist to it, but you guys know director M Night Shyamalan, who's
Right,
most
Yeah.
right,
known for
yeah.
making twists. One of his films, The Village, which is a romance movie. However, when the film came out, it was panned by criticism, and I think it bombed on box office because he
Oh shit.
marketed it as a horror movie. They marketed it as a horror movie, but turns out it's a romance film. It just have little bit horror elements. So
Yeah.
people were going there expecting to be scared. I'm like, what the heck is this? This is a romance movie. What the crap? So,
Not gonna
yeah,
lie, that was me. I thought I was watching a horror movie. Go,
yeah.
I went in there. I'm like, "The this is not. Where's the scary parts?"
Mm. Yeah, I think now it's like it got a cult following because people start to know that, oh, it's supposed to be a romance movie, but like initially it's like people's like, oh, what is the heck? What the heck? Yeah,
Okay,
so
so basically,
Yeah.
my film is gonna bomb initially.
initially
Initially,
it's gonna be a
Have a
cult
cult
but
following.
following.
it will have a cult. I don't. For some reason, I don't mind that. That sounds
Hey,
pretty neat.
it
This is pretty cool.
if that happened, your movie lives on. Once you have a
Mhm.
Actually,
if you
that's
have a
true.
cult
Yeah, you're
following,
right.
yeah,
Yeah,
your movie lives
yeah.
on.
You know what? I don't mind it
Yeah.
getting like 60% on Rotten Tomatoes, probably less, but but it end up. Oh, you know what? That's actually a pretty good romantic film.
Yeah,
It just started out kind of like horror-ish,
Horror.
but
yeah,
slasher horror-ish
Yeah.
thriller, I guess.
nice. All right,
There you go.
Nice, nice, nice. All right. Uh,
Kelvin, you
interesting
wanna go?
Let's
pitch.
go next. Mm.
Uh, sure. I'll go. Um, so let's see. So here's the thing. Mine is not as detailed as Avik. Um, but I have three that I have the general like idea for it.
All
All
right,
right.
let's
Yeah,
start
go
So
with the
ahead.
first one.
let's start with the biggest one.
This one, right?
It's uh, just for context. When I was looking for the songs, I just went to Wikipedia and I look at the titles. I didn't look at the lyrics. I just went with the title and make the story. All
I'll
right.
make this one. Okay,
I
okay.
like that you went through Wikipedia instead of going through like YouTube or like Spotify to look at the song.
Then
YouTuber
I didn't
Spotify,
even.
yeah, just
Not gonna lie, the songs I chose,
Uh-huh.
I've never heard of them.
Interesting. So you just find the most like eerie sounding title and everything like that.
Not. I guess we'll see. Yeah.
I'm
All
actually
right.
I'm curious if any of you picked the same one as I did. And anyway, let's go.
So the first one that I picked. All right. Bigger than the whole sky.
that the title of the song
That's the
of
title of the song. Yeah.
I'll
heard
be
of that.
honest. I've never heard of this. What the heck?
Dude, I don't know. I
Oh,
went to Wikipedia. The songs right there, sang by Taylor Swift. I
Oh,
just
never
went
mind.
ahead and picked it.
This is on the extended the 3 a.m. Midnights album. That's fair.
I thought- the 3 a.m. playlist, Eric.
3 a.m. playlist. Ah, I see. I see. This is
I
I've been
see.
good.
I
outed
see. I
as a
see.
fake Swiftie.
Good choice,
Yeah.
Kelvin. Good
Uh,
choice for you.
all right, bigger than a whole
Right.
sky.
That's
Interesting. All right.
all right. Yeah, yeah.
I have no idea
Sounds
what
good.
All
this.
right.
I have no idea what this song is about. So
Yes.
Me
Let's go.
neither. Okay, bigger than the whole sky. All right. So I'm just going to read what I write. All right. So in this town, more and more people they are starting to get missing, type of deal. Like, oh, Steve's gone. Where is he? And then all the missing person cases that's piling up, like two investigative reporter. They decided to like, all right, let's get to the bottom of this. So they went around, kind of think of it like a hot fuzz situation. The town's
okay,
kind of
okay.
like
Uh huh.
sussy. So the reporters are trying to figure out what the hell is happening. Uh, but yeah, and then they found out like, oh, there's this strange, there's this like cult that they have never seen around. They it seemingly appear overnight, type of deal. So they're like, oh, it must have been dumb, right? So they kind of like, oh, goes at them. They confront them and all of that stuff. They call the police, and then turns out here's that's I guess that's a twist, right? They were,
Mhm.
I mean, they weren't wrong, right? That the cult is behind all of this, but the truth is bigger than they expected. Apparently, this cult have been laying low for the longest time. You know, one of those per generation type of thing. So yeah,
Mhm,
Okay.
mhm.
and then they have been a servant to this eldritch being that's bigger than the whole sky. And they have been kidnapping people to feed the eldritch being.
I like this one.
Interesting.
Oh, I like this. I
Yeah.
like this. Okay, is that it, or is there more to? Or
I haven't really figured out the ending, but I kind of want it to end either in a. No, it's such
it,
a big scope. I'm trying to think. There's no way reporters or anyone's about to beat up an eldritch being, right? So it's either going to end in a cabin in the woods fashion with the world ending, or yeah, it's just them trying to survive, not getting eaten by the eldritch stuff. Yeah.
I just like that every time we have to pitch a film, at least one of us has to do Eldritch being ending. I did that
Eldritch
with the Home
being.
Alone. Kelvin did it with this.
Uh,
I like it. I like it. Bigger than the whole sky. I was curious, like, how does Kelvin come up with this like idea of story writing? It was like, oh,
Yeah.
he took it
So yeah,
literally.
that's the idea. So, yeah, the Eldritch is bigger than the whole sky. It's like it lives, you know. So so
It
in this
towers.
universe, kind of like the Eldritch doesn't that being doesn't it comes around like every like 100 years or something. Let's say, yeah. That's why there weren't many cases of on those things happening. Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. So that's more mystery. Okay, I get it. I get it.
Hmm. So yeah. Let's see
all
who
right.
should direct this. I'm thinking of let's go Jordan Peele. Why not?
Mm,
Because I'm kind of
Interesting.
I got kind of inspired by Nope when I was
nope.
thinking
Yeah.
of this.
Yeah.
Ah, okay. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
get it. I
yeah.
get it. Yeah. Nope.
I was thinking of Hot Fuzz and Nope. That's what I was thinking when I
Yeah,
was thinking of this move
Yeah, when
pitch.
you mentioned the investigative stuff, it was Hot Fuzz, but then when you put the Eldritch, it
especially
became Nope. Yeah.
especially with the cult hiding and
Yeah, yeah,
secret
the
and everything.
cult
So
and
it's like
stuff.
super
Yeah,
hot
that's
fuzz.
Hot
Yeah, yeah.
Fuzzy. Yeah, Hot Fuzzy.
Yeah. So yeah. Well, thoughts on this? Thoughts on this pitch?
It sounds like a very fun horror film, not scary, but fun. Like technically, isn't Hot? No, Hot Fuzz is like a thriller-ish comedy.
It's,
Hot
yeah.
I
Fuzz is
don't know
an
if it's
action comedy thriller.
action.
Action
There's
Yeah,
comedy.
action comedy
Yeah.
murder
thriller.
mystery kind of thing. Yeah.
I'm guessing is this has some similar
Yeah.
vibes to that maybe. I kind of want it to be honest, because it just sounds fun. It sounds fun.
Well,
It
if it's
sounds fun,
Jordan
but it
Peele,
has
then
like
it wouldn't be Hot Fuzz esque. If
oh,
it's
is it
Jordan
not?
Peele,
Fair
it will
enough.
be more horror esque if you do Jordan
A
Peele.
Yeah,
little more
because I
horror
did watch
esque. Yeah.
Nope, and it is quite
You
disturbing,
should
not
you should you
scary.
should go with like someone who's like a horror comedy director like
Sam Raimi. Let's go.
Sam
Sam
Raimi.
Raimi would work. I was thinking of what's his name, Christopher Landon, is it?
Wait, he sounds
The
familiar.
guy who did Freaky, Happy That Day, and
Oh.
Freaky.
Oh, okay.
It's like horror comedy esque.
Uh,
Um,
uh, I had him for a different pitch.
oh, okay, okay.
Ah, okay. I see. I see. I see.
Yeah. Yeah, I had Sam Raimi for a different pitch as well.
Valid, fair.
Yeah, so pretty much I think that's my pitch. Bigger than the whole sky.
Awesome.
I think out of the six, I think this is my best ideas one. The one that's
Do you have a cast for this?
that's the thing. I can't really think of one for
Yeah, man, that's fair. That's fair. You don't have to. You don't have to.
something
Yeah,
like
yeah.
this.
I
Yeah.
had a hard time to think cast.
Okay. Nope.
Yeah. All right. So now
I,
let's go with from
I'd watch it. I'd watch it.
yeah. Would you watch it, Eric?
Yeah, of course. It's basically like, well, I mean, maybe it's like Hot Fuzz without less comedy or something, but yeah, sounds cool.
What would the trailer be like for this again?
I have a feeling it has plenty of action put in it just because of how it runs. I'm sure this is like action horror
Yeah, I think
kind
it's
of deal.
just I think it's just going to be a lot of like the suspense with the cult stuff.
with the
You
cult
don't want to
mystery.
you don't
You
want to
don't want to
reveal the
reveal.
Eldritch.
Yeah,
Yeah, no
Yeah,
Eldritch,
right.
definitely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
Mhm. I
yeah.
can see this. I can see this being like a. I can see this being like a 87, high 70s, low 80% Rotten Tomatoes over initial release. You know,
Yeah, yeah.
especially with Jordan Peele, then they're gonna be like that. So yeah.
Yeah.
May I defend myself in the chat? People are saying fake Swifty because I don't know the
Yeah.
song. In my defense,
Yeah.
she have so many songs. Like we mentioned, 300 something songs. The songs that I like, Spotify official to like songs. But if the songs that I like them and I put them into a playlist, and that's the one that I put on repeat. The ones that I don't like, I don't always remember that they existed. Um, so they're like this one, I forgot that it exists because I didn't like the song. So yeah.
How
But the
dare
real
you not
Swifty
like a single
likes every
song?
one of the songs, every single song,
I'm
Albert.
sorry.
I'm
Hey,
sorry.
you need to calm down. You
Poser.
need to calm down, Calvin. You know, it's like not all of them. I don't like every single one of them. But yeah,
All right, all right.
all right,
So let's get to Albert now, the
all right.
supposed Swifty.
I'll start with the first one. This is my most detailed one,
Okay.
Okay.
and so I guess this might take the longest. And
Yeah.
this
Fine.
one is based on the song "No Body, No Crime," featuring Haim, the Haim sisters. So based on the title, you can probably already imply what kind of story this is. This is sort of like a murder mystery esque revenge plot horror drama. So this is my pitch. I'm just gonna try to read it from what I wrote. In the
Okay.
small eerie town of Willowdale, a young woman named Danielle, played by Taylor Swift, suspects that her husband Ryan, played by Stephen Yeun, of infidelity. Over a tense dinner, she confides with her best friend Samara, played by Elizabeth Olsen, about her fears of Ryan's infidelity. With trembling hands, Danielle utters, and this is actual lyrics from the song, "That ain't my Merlot in his mouth, and that ain't my jewelry on our joint account." Her voice trembles as she whispers, "I think he did it, but I just can't prove it." Samara, the worried friend, shares her unease, advising Danielle to gather evidence before making any accusations. Danielle's emotions are in turmoil, leaving her on the brink of an emotional breakdown. The following day, Samara visits Danielle at her workplace, the Olive Garden. And I didn't just pick Olive Garden randomly. It's actually in the song that
I
the main
saw the lyric.
character.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the original. I am
I saw the
by the
lyric.
way, if you see the song, that song is literally a story. So I'm kind of adapting it and putting a twist to it.
It
And
is.
um, Samara visits Danielle at her workplace in the Olive Garden, but she's nowhere to be found. She asks around, but no one had seen where she is. Desperate to locate her friend, Samara embarks on a frantic search throughout the town, only to discover that Danielle has been reported as a missing person, with Ryan as the one who reported it. What a twist. So Samara, of course, she's suspicious of like, oh, what? Why are you reporting her as a missing person? And she's determined to uncover the truth. She meets with Jamie, which is Danielle's sister, and I picked Anna Sophia Robb, who you might know from Bridge to Terabithia, from Race to Witch Mountain. She
Mm.
plays Danielle's sister. And as they delve deeper into the investigation, they stumble upon evidence that Ryan has been having a secret affair this whole time. He has indeed a mistress that he has been seeing for a while. They believe that Ryan may have murdered Danielle, and their belief grows stronger and stronger. But they still have no signs of her body. They cannot find Danielle's body, but they still very much believe that Ryan murdered her and put a missing person sign, pretending that she went missing. The town sheriff remains indifferent. He refused to act. They tell the sheriff about, oh, I think he murdered blah, 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 but there's no concrete evidence. So the sheriff is like, no, I'm not going to do anything. I'm not going to convict someone of this crime if there is no evidence. So frustrated, Samara and Jamie decide to take matter into their own hands, seeking a chilling and vengeful form of justice. They orchestrate a deadly plan, framing Ryan's mistress for his murder and making it appear as a ghastly boating accident on the eerie fog draped lake in the outskirts of Willowdale. So they decide to make a boating accident, killing Ryan and framing it on the mistress, who just happened, as in the lyrics, happened to have just taken a big life insurance policy. So it looks sus. As they completed the and so you might think that is the story of like, oh wow, okay, so it's a revenge plot. They figure out that Ryan has been doing the murder, so they decide to do revenge, and now it's completed. That you think that's the story, but here's the twist. As they completed their plan, they receive a shocking anonymous letter revealing that Danielle is still alive and that she had orchestrated her own disappearance, and this whole thing was a plot to frame Ryan and his mistress. The letter disclosed that Daniel had discovered at the fair and devised the elaborate scheme on the revenge to teach them both a lesson, much to the astonishment of Samara and Jamie. So Jamie and Samara kill Ryan, thinking that Danielle is dead. Turns out Danielle has been hiding this whole time, trying to plan her own to frame them. So that is the film. Nobody, No Crime, directed by Jennifer Kent, the director of Babadook, starring Elizabeth Olsen, Taylor Swift, Anna Sophia Robb, Stephen Yeun, Lucy Boynton from Sing Street as the mistress, and Anthony Starr from The Boys as the town sheriff. So that is Nobody, No Crime. Boom. What do you think?
Well, after reading the whole lyric, I'm like,
The
damn,
whole
there's already,
lyric.
there's already,
It's the
there's already a
easiest
film.
one.
Yeah,
I
there's
know.
already a whole film in it. Albert, you cheated. It's actually, it's actually smart. And I didn't know, I don't know much about Taylor's new song, so I was stuck there.
No, yeah, I know that's
But
right.
yeah, otherwise, I like it. I mean, apart from like the fact that it's, more or less what the whole lyric has stated out, the affair,
Yeah,
murder.
yeah.
But at least you did include twist in it. And you know what? That's good.
I like that twist that turns out she
Yeah.
faked the death or something. It's similar to what's the one of Ben Affleck?
Gone Girl.
Gone Girl? Yeah. She got
Mm.
inspiration
Yeah,
from that.
I was very inspired by Gone Girl, by Promising Young Woman, and A Simple Favor, the Paul Feig, Blake Lively, and a Kendrick
Mm.
movie. So yeah, that was like
Nice,
those three was
nice,
like the
nice.
inspirations. And I mean that whole lyric was giving off that idea anyway, but I was like, I couldn't straight up adapt it. I gotta make a twist. And that's a twist that I decided to pick.
I guess that was your problem. You're like, the plot is written.
The plot,
It's already
it's right
there.
there, so I
The
couldn't
title
like,
is
yeah,
written.
it's
The
injustice
title
to
is there.
change it.
Yeah.
So I guess,
This is the conundrum of what's the name? Adapting a video game or a novel.
Or a novel.
The
Yeah.
story
Sometimes
is right there, but I want to make it my own. How do I
I
do
want to
this?
make I want to make it something different without ruining the source material,
Yeah.
but without also ruining the overall, like, I guess, theme of the whole
yeah,
movie. So
definitely. And
I
again,
see, I see.
literally, like in the lyrics, there are stuff that you could just take away from the lyrics. Like, I think he did it, but I just can't prove it. That in my
Yeah,
memory, it's not
yeah.
like I imagine everything. It's like straight up from it. So yeah.
Oh wait, that's the. Oh, okay, never mind. It's not the last part. Good thing Daddy made me get a boating license. I see where the boat comes in
Yeah,
this
the boating
movie.
accident
That's
is
why the
because
boat.
it's because the dad
Yeah.
it will be revealed that Elizabeth Olsen's dad teach her how to boat and everything. And so yeah, they could fake that
I
and
could just
everything.
see your story by just looking at the lyrics.
So if the title of the movie is actually Nobody, No Crime, people can probably expect the plot, but they will be shocked by the twist, obviously, right? But people can probably, yeah, I know what to expect. So maybe it will be
Yeah.
criticized by the critics of like, oh, there's no creativity in the story, but then this
Yeah.
twist,
Get
like,
Taylor
oh,
Swift
interesting.
to make an extended song to her song.
10-minute version of the song.
Yeah.
Try to fill
like
plot.
like
The
all
Yeah.
too
part
well.
the part you added, yeah.
I agree with Naruto the man here. Is the cast is indeed fire. Is
Yeah.
good
Thank you.
choices, I say. Yeah.
I think finding the cast is probably my favorite part of like, okay, I want to find someone in that age range, and then I want to see who can fit. And yeah, I think it'll
That's
be
the part
interesting.
that I struggle the most with.
Yeah, exactly. Same. Like, I don't know,
Yeah.
like, which one fits. What did I think of
Too well.
Anthony Starr? I mean, I only see him as Homelander, so he's scary.
No, that's fair.
Alright.
Yeah, I don't know. I just like I like fan casting stuff. So like this kind of
I
stuff
guess so.
I look into. Yeah.
Actually,
Yeah.
I should mention. I think my only critique for his film here is it doesn't sound super like horror and scary, is it? It's more
It's
of
more of
a
a thriller, right?
It's a thriller.
thriller
Yeah, it's definitely a
mystery, yeah,
thriller.
and,
Yeah.
and mystery,
Thriller.
yeah,
Mhm.
mystery thriller. I mean, yeah, it sounds like a good film. It just doesn't sound scary. So I guess I wouldn't be
That's
scared
fair.
of this. That
That's
means the
fair.
should watch it if it's real.
You should watch. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It doesn't sound scary. Just
No, it's again, it's like Gone Girl's simple favor and promising young woman vibe. It's like thriller kind of thing. So yeah.
fair, yeah. Fair play to Albert for choosing a song that has pretty much already the story built in.
Yeah. All right. So who got next?
Tell your
Let's go
other
back to Ariq
stories.
then.
I'm gonna go back to
Yeah.
mine. Let's see. What have I come up with? They're not again. They're not very good. I tried my absolute best to like give some what do you call it? I forgot
This
what
is also, well, I guess this is why we're not officially writers, because if we are actually writers, this movie will none of these movies will get greenlit. We're
Probably
just-
most likely.
yeah.
But I think you know what? I think they should.
You know what
With
I feel like?
nowadays standards.
I feel like if we open like Wattpad or something and type down the title of the songs, there will be like fan fictions. Probably not
Mm.
horror, but like fan fictions of adaptation of the songs and shit like that. We probably have made it twisted. So, yeah.
Yes.
All right,
What is he gonna do? Oh, right now
Ariq,
the
you
other
got another
story.
one?
This was another one. I don't know. I struggled to make a story out of this song, but I tried to because I tried to like kind of I guess honor my girlfriend. This is apparently she's kind of a Swiftie. No, she is a Swiftie. She's a Swiftie like
Okay,
Albert. And her favorite song from Taylor Swift is Champagne Problems. So I'm trying to adapt from
Interesting.
that.
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
Okay.
I got an idea for that as well.
You
That's
got
a
an idea for that? Oh, I
that's
guess
a
mine.
very
I
Kinda,
that's a
really
kind of,
very good
but
song.
it's not finalized yet. It's not finalized yet.
okay, but
I just had
I
a
kind of
concept.
yeah I struggled in this, and I think I took the context way too far out of the original like song itself in terms of
This
the
Mm.
film.
this
Okay,
song, I'm very interested to see where this goes because this song falls into the same trope as Nobody No Crime. In my opinion, this is one of her best written songs. So I think I'm very interested to see where this goes.
no, yeah, it's like Nobody No Crime, but it's a lot as how do you say it? Like, because Nobody No Crime, it literally tells like the story as in it's
Yeah,
already
yeah,
there, but this one is
Oh,
a bit
really?
more
Damn,
open
I
for
should
me.
have read
I don't-
the lyrics in.
Straight up.
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
so to start off, what I figured out from English literature experience is that is that champagne problems is basically about a girl who who's suffering kind of like mentally. She's like a troubled girl, and she had to reject her wedding proposal
Oh,
because
I was on,
she
I
isn't
was on the
ready.
right track.
Okay, good.
I was
You're
on the
good,
right
Kelvin.
track with the mental stuff.
Okay. So that's what I can understand from the original meaning of the song, right? So basically, what I've done is I wanted to make a character. Kelvin and Teguh would understand this term. It's the anime term yandere. You know those girls that are like kind of crazy, like who are
Yeah.
deeply in love with their lover, but they're like really crazy about it. And basically
Okay.
taking the inspiration from the song directly, right? So I wanted it to be like about a girl who basically like instead of her the one that is rejecting to be with the guy, it's apparently the guy who says things like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I can't be with you because I'm not mentally ready for this." And so she gets absolutely heartbroken because of the fact. But somewhere along the story, I didn't write this properly, but sometimes somewhere along the story, it turns out the guy was having an affair, and apparently he has been convinced by his other friends and all that that oh, you should just leave this girl and go with someone else, and that's exactly what he did. And once she learned this story, she basically becomes the the killer. She is basically the protagonist is the killer. So that's where the horror comes in, and she basically starts killing everyone. And I guess in
Hmm.
the end, she kind of like force him to end up with her. And what's the plot twist on this? All right, I wanted a scorched earth ending where both of them just killed each other or something, but I don't know how to put that in.
Oh shit! So like a mass murder kind of situation.
Yeah, the ending is kind of like the guy probably tricked her to say like, "No, I still love you," but turns out no, he stabbed her in the back. But then she's like, "Well, shit, we'll die together then, happily ever after." She's a bit loony, right? So
Hmm.
makes sense. And of course, since I don't know even though I don't know like the director and what to title this film, at least the actress I could just go with Mia Goth. I watched X, I watched Pearl.
Nice,
She's very
nice.
insane. She's good at
Yeah.
acting insane, so
She's
I'll go
very
with her.
insane. Yeah.
Yeah, right. Yeah, so I'll go with her. So yeah, that's my take on champagne problems. as best as I can make it. Really, I don't know. I think I'm missing context or just ideas.
I was, ju- uh, I was just thinking of making this whole thing into a whole psychological horror thriller type of deal with like,
Hmm.
Mm.
the abuse of like alcohol and drugs type of deal. But I couldn't think of a
Makes sense.
story yet at the time.
Makes sense. I didn't include alcohol into it at all. I don't know. I didn't even
Yeah.
include the champagne in it.
It's in the wedding. It's in
Oh,
the
there you
wedding
go.
song.
Oh, right.
Yeah. All right. All right.
But
All
yeah,
right.
that's my pitch for this. I don't know.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's definitely different than your other ones, so I like it.
Hmm.
Um, I
Yeah.
the like the ending of like the double murder will be like interesting to see. So it's just gonna be bloodied, violent. Did you say who you pick as the director for this?
No, no, I can't think of like a person who could do this, right? Who's the director of X anyway? I didn't even remember.
Ty West.
I don't know any of his films.
I mean, he did X and he did Pearl. So
And
yeah,
Pearl, that's it, right?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
He can do
All
it. I
right.
don't see why not. Oh,
Cool.
Maxine, right? Forgot about that.
Mhm.
It's not out yet though.
Yeah, it's
But
not.
yeah.
This way.
The director of Scream 5 and 6, and director of Ready or Not would be good. The duo, the
Hmm.
Already the same.
radio. What are they called? Radio Rebel? No, not Radio Rebel. What's their
Isn't that a
what's the
movie?
director? That's a Disney
Disney Plus
movie.
movie, right? Yeah.
What is their name? Ready or Not? I gotta look this up now. I gotta correct myself. Not the Radio Rebel. They're Radio something. Um,
Tyler, is it this guy? Tyler Gillett?
Radio Silence. There we go.
Mm,
So
there
yeah,
you go. All right. Yeah.
cool.
I like the ending. The ending is it's quite interesting.
Okay, all right.
All right. So I guess go back to me, right?
Yeah, if you have any.
All right. Just so you know, the three that I thought of is very different. Which, yeah. All right. The next one I have, it's from a song called "It's Nice to Have a Friend." You know this, right, Albert?
I
Let's
know,
see if
I know
No,
this
Albert
one.
knows
I
it.
know, I know
I
this.
don't
I
know
know this
this.
one. I know this one. You really just pick. I thought you're gonna. I thought straight up you're gonna pick like the most obvious styles. You just pick like the
Oh.
obscure ones.
Yeah, you
I,
guys are both obscure. I'm left out with the common ones.
Hey, no, that's fair, dude. That's fair. You gotta like diversify.
Again, I've never heard of the songs that I chose.
Oh, okay, right. Yeah, you
Yeah.
Wikipedia. Right.
All right. It's nice to have
Hold
a
on.
friend. This one, a bit more on the grounded side. Yeah. Not no eldritch being. Yeah.
Get it out there.
All right. So this one is something along the lines of let's say a series of murder and kidnapping has been happening. Okay. So it's not missing person case, just those. But what's strange is that some of the kidnappee is they're released willingly by the kidnapper type of deal. They're not killed, they're just released. But then
Mm.
also, obviously there are some victims as well. But yeah, the interesting part I guess is that all the victims and survivors have a part of their bodies taken.
Whoa, this is a body horror movie.
Yeah, this is a body horror movie. Yeah. So what could this be about? That's like the whole mystery. They're trying to. I'm guessing police officers. Think of it like
Mhm.
Seven. Police officers are trying to get to the bottom of this. The detectives. Yeah. So basically, it's a person that escaped a mental ward has been collecting and putting together an amalgamation of human parts to create a perfect friend.
What the hell?
Yeah. And then and yeah, basically and then yeah, I don't know why, but I kinda want that like the last thing the doctor said to him before the mental that he escaped is like, wouldn't it be nice to have a friend, and that kinda triggers it this whole journey, you know?
Mhm, mhm.
Yeah. And guess what? Another it's like that doctor is the one that got kidnapped, the first person to get kidnapped, and he was the base of like the whole thing. So it's like when the police found him, he's like chained up, but then he have like a nose skin like stitch over stitch over his own. His eyes is like replaced with someone else's.
Ooh.
You know, yeah. And then he's like forced into a skin suit. Yeah, there's gonna be a victim that got skinned.
Now this is scary.
Yeah, yeah. It's all
This
about
is
the
like
body
just
horror.
this year body horror. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, pretty much that. I'm thinking of someone bloody, and the only and gross. So the only one I can think of was Sam Raimi that time.
Hmm.
Yeah. So this is one of my more like, oh, this is so gross and insane one.
You can do like Cronenberg for this one as well.
Yeah, Cronenberg works. Yeah, like or maybe just his son, the one that make Infinity Pool. That one's pretty
Yeah,
good, right?
yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, uh,
Brandon Cronenberg. Yeah.
I think so.
Uh,
But yeah, that's my take on. It's nice to have a friend. You put a
it's
twist on it.
it's also interesting. You could also use the title "Death by a Thousand Cuts" from the Lover album because it will be like kind of like, oh yeah, someone's like you're being cut and they put the part. So yeah.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
all
So
right.
that's
All right.
pretty much it. It's like, oh, they found the victim. Oh wait, he's missing a finger. He's missing an arm. Type of deal.
Mhm.
Oh, where's his nose? Yeah.
Damn.
So yeah, that's my take on It's Nice to Have a Friend. Thoughts on this? Like, would you watch this?
I wouldn't, because I will be like freaked out. I will be freaked out. But I think some people who like this kind of stuff will like it.
I think
You
it's
know,
niche,
I
like
mean,
Saw movies.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, I'm pretty sure like a lot of that stuff doesn't like go into the trailer directly, right? So if I see the trailer, it's not gonna be like
Well, I feel
I
like
don't
you
know
have
exactly what
to
it's.
Yeah,
if it's something
Really? I
like a
feel like what the
transformation.
skinning and stuff.
no,
Really?
not. I mean, like think the trailer is more like something like Saw, or
Mm,
like something like the Terrifier, movies. They kind of show. They want to show like, oh yeah, this movie is about the gore.
mm. I
Yeah,
think I'd invite my brother to watch this. So it probably was a fun experience like that. Or I'll watch
yeah.
it with Kelvin for something
No,
to watch with friends. Yeah, definitely.
watch it over dinner. Mm-hmm.
Mm. So I want to see my food again after I eat it.
Yeah.
You know
But
what?
yeah.
The reason I just like this idea is because technically it's far different from what you've pitched before, and
Oh,
any
it's
of
very
us
far.
actually very
This is
far
the
different,
more grounded one.
more grounded, but more horrifying,
Yeah.
disturbing. Mm.
Mm-hmm.
You want to?
Mhm.
Yes, I like that.
Yeah.
We're adding more, you know,
Lower.
variety. We're adding variety to our pitches. Yeah,
Yeah.
this is the grotesque one.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All right. All right, Albert, you got another one?
Yeah, I do have another one. And I just thought of another one on the spot as well, but it won't be as good.
Okay.
But yeah, this next one, the plot isn't as specific, but I'll tell you why. So the song that I picked is from 1989, "Out of the Woods." I like the song a lot. I don't necessarily know what the. I think the song is about like someone who's in a relationship and the relationship's like going bad, but she doesn't know if she needs to break it off or like still can continue. Like again, I don't dive into like the lyrics analysis and whatnot, but from the concept of it, basically the how should I pitch this? All right, so the story begins with the character named Emily and her partner Mark. They take this trip to a remote cabin in a secluded forest, hoping to rekindle their fading relationship. They've been in a relationship. The relationship is like kind of like they sort of like lost spark a little bit. So they decide, hey, let's go on a getaway. Let's get on this getaway car and try to rekindle this relationship. However, they weren't expecting that this romantic getaway will take like a terrifying turn as they go to the woods. Calvin's smiling very very big here. I don't know what's going on. They didn't know that this forest is like kind of a little bit like cursed forest, I guess. There's like spiritual elements in this woods. So as they explore and they encounter the supernatural phenomenon that distorts their perception of reality. The forest become kind of like a labyrinth of shifting landscapes, echoing the ever-changing emotions and uncertainties in their relationship. They believe that they are like seeing. They believe that they're like seeing apparitions. They believe that they're seeing spirits and they're ghosts. They're like scared. Oh, what the heck is going on? We should get out of here, but they couldn't find a way out. They try to escape, but the forest, like they feel like the forest landscape keeps on changing, and that it feels like that there is an external force that is like trying to mess with them. And throughout their journey of trying to escape, Emily keeps on getting like flashbacks of like reliving moments. She feels like the forest is showing her something. She's reliving moments of her past memories of like her relationship with Mark, but it always feels like it's kind of showing her these memories from a different perspective. It's like it's kind of distorted, it's kind of sinister. It's not always like it's not her memory. No, it's her memory, but it's not like her POV. It's like she's seeing it from like a darker side of things, revealing like hidden stuff from that memories that she didn't remember before. And same with Mark. Mark is like because they got separated, and they're reliving like different memories, but it's kind of like a twist of like, okay, that's not what I remember, but what's going on? It seems so real, but it's not. And they're like don't know if the ghost is messing with them, the forest is messing with them, or whatnot. Um, and like in the twist at the very end, they finally realize that the forest is kind of like the spirits is real and the forest is real, but it's a manifestation of their own doubts and fears of the relationship. And in order to escape, they must like join together, get their deepest insecurities out and their uncertainties. And the movie concludes basically with like the shocking revelation of the true nature of the woods and everything like that. And this is like a psychological thriller. This is a psychological thriller. At the very end, you don't even know what is real, what is not. They don't know what is real, what is not. It's given a vague ending of if they survive their relationship or not. It's a psychological horror, supernatural elements, like disorienting, like the narrative structure is like all over the place for a reason. In this nightmarish like forest world, in this like a haunting reality of what their relationship is, if they're like in a good relationship, if they're gonna survive and whatnot. This is directed by Ari Aster, the director of Hereditary and Midsommar and Beau is Afraid, and starring Haley Lou Richardson, I don't think she's ever done a horror movie, but I like her as an actress, and I think she have the chops to do this. And Jack Rayner, who Ari Aster have worked in Midsommar as the boyfriend. So it's like a two-person movie, Haley Richardson and Jack Rayner in this like nightmarish world. Obviously, there's other supporting cast, but that's like the main story. What do you think of this one? You're muted, Cal.
Yeah, but this is a story that I would go for, like the
Yeah.
whole supernatural aspect. I like that, and then with the woods disoriented to the psychological stuff, it reminds me a lot of the that Netflix thing. What's it called? The Ritual. Have you heard of that?
I've heard of it. I've never seen it.
Never
Yeah.
seen it, yeah.
Well, yeah, something like that. Yeah. Uh, but that one's dealing with grief, right? But this one is more with the relationship stuff. So yeah,
Uh-huh.
I think I really like that. I like the whole supernatural aspect of it, especially. Yeah,
Mhm.
and it got I guess kind of deep, you know.
Yeah, yeah. That's like what Ari Aster kind of does, right? So
Yeah,
I kind of like that twist. Yeah.
that's a good twist. Yeah. All right, thoughts, Sark.
I really like this one, arguably a little bit more than your first pitch. Not gonna lie. I mean, I know your first
I
pitch has
agree.
a
I
better
agree.
cast, but
Yeah,
like
yeah.
this one, like in terms of story, like it's just like so interesting. It's just like I didn't expect like that level of deep of like psychological aspect of it
Uh-huh.
and everything. I don't think I've ever watched a film like this before. I guess I don't know if you're comparing to like
Psychological.
Midsommar and all that, because I haven't watched that.
Well, Midsommar is it's a
It's
thriller,
not.
but
It's not.
I don't know if
It
it's
is
like psychological to that level. This is like I'm
like
trying to
purely.
think. This is like I kind of want to make this Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, but like make it horror and like set in the woods kind of thing, you know?
Mhm.
Uh, but that's a psychological aspect kind of it. That's like sort of I guess where the initial concept comes from, where you don't know what's real and what's not. And the reason why I think I end up liking this story more as well, but I just because it's psychological horror, I couldn't think of like what the exact specificities are. So that's why I was like, oh, I don't know if I'm like I'm happy with this outcome or not, but I like the concept. So yeah.
Yeah, because like this film just sounds like something that will absolutely mind fuck. pretty much
Right.
its viewers, and that's why I just thought like, oh damn, this is such a well written, such a like a well written premise. So that's why.
People will be like conflicted. Some people will like it, some people don't like it. It's like every
Mm,
psychological film, especially with a vague ending. People are like, what the fuck is that? That's like stupid. Some people will not like. Some
yeah,
people
it's
will be
like
like, that is like greatest thing in the world, kind
yeah,
of thing.
people are
So
like, yeah, I can see that. People are like, well, what the hell did I just watch? Or like, damn, what the hell did I just watch? I like how
yeah,
I like how
yeah,
it's a different, it's a
different.
different form. It's a different form of
Yeah,
what the
yeah,
hell did I
And
just
then I'll
watch?
be on YouTube watching YouTube explain.
YouTube explain. Yes, YouTube
I
explain.
have a feeling if I were to watch this, like just jump straight in, yeah, I would need YouTube explains for
YouTube film explain. Let's
yeah,
go.
YouTube explains. You want to know how mind-boggling it would be to figure out once you watch the YouTube explains, and then the guy said this was inspired by a Taylor Swift song, and be like, huh?
Inspired by Taylor Swift Out of the Woods, and then
Yeah, I'm
the
like,
song plays in the credits.
what? It was what? I would be so. I bet I could be so messed up if I was too immersed in theater. I think I would like I would like leave the theater just like, am I even in a real mall? Am I? Is everything
Eat,
all real?
watch the movie while actually eating psychedelics as well.
Oh my god!
Even worse.
Yeah, just like walk out like it's all in my mind.
Yeah. Dope.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Nice. All right. So I guess Ariq, do you have another one?
I just realized something. I have another one, but the story premise is exactly the same as Champagne. What is it? Champagne Problems. I almost said
Oh,
Champagne Showers. That's a song by LMFAO, by the way.
LMFAO. Yeah.
Completely something else
Different
entirely.
episode.
Yeah. Basically, I tried to make something out of "Look What You Made Me Do," which is like such a super direct
Look
title,
what you
right?
made me
Obviously,
Yeah.
do.
but
Right.
to be
Yeah.
honest,
Dude,
like if you remember the plot I gave, put that on
For
"Look What You
Champagne
Made Me
Problem.
Do." Yeah, for Champagne Problem, it's
Yeah.
pretty much the exact
That makes
same. Like
sense. That makes sense.
yeah,
I
Yeah.
like you rejected me, I kill your friends. Look what you made me do.
there
Yeah.
is several, and
Right?
if this is some of your pitch, I'm sorry. There is several
Yeah,
songs that are like straight up kind of horror movie title.
mhm.
Don't blame me, which is like kind of like,
Right.
well, don't blame me. I just like killed someone, or like, I. And then there's also the most obvious one, which also I'm not a fan of this title. I'm not the biggest fan of the song. I did something bad. It sounds like
No, that
it sounds so
that's a
naughty, and
straight up.
it sounds so childish, and it sounds so naughty, and like it's like that's like straight up horror kind of too as well. So,
And
yeah.
like oops at the start. Oops,
Oops,
I
I
did
did
something
something
bad.
bad. Yeah.
Wait, I just want
So
to get
yeah.
all my ideas out here. I think I had like two more that hasn't been written at all. It's just like a suggestion
Okay.
from
Yeah.
friends. Basically, it's like is it? I think the song, yeah, Love Story.
Mm.
Basically, they just wanted to make it like, okay, have Romeo. It's like the story of Romeo and Juliet, but make Romeo more of a stalker as the movie progresses. I'm not sure if you guys have
Oh.
any ideas how to write that. I just thought it
Okay,
sounds
so it's a
so
love
weird.
story, but the Romeo is like
It's like a stalker, basically, just like this
Yeah.
he's
person just
obsessed. He's obsessed
yeah,
with
obsessed, yeah. So I
and
don't know
so
how that's supposed
Juliet doesn't really want to be in the it's like one-sided relationship kind of thing.
to basically, yeah.
More
And it just gets like creepier as the movie progresses. So I don't know
and
what is
it
going
will
on.
be it will end up like if no one can if I cannot have her, then no one can have her, and they end up killing
Oh
like
my
in Romeo and Juliet,
god.
both kill each other. So yeah, there you go. He killed both of them. There, that's
I said that's a
the ending.
that's a very quick good plot you made up on the spot, but you know what? Yeah, that was pretty good. Yeah, I don't know. I just thought it was kind of funny, just the thought of like Romeo becoming more like pervy, just more
Pervy.
stalk.
Oh.
One day when he mentioned stalker, it's like he's just like I'm hiding in the bushes. You know what I mean?
This is played by
Time to peep.
who should play this? I'm trying to see.
And
Who's a
he
really
pulls
creepy
out a drill.
person?
Yep. Looks through the
Yep.
hole. Ooh.
Bro, can you imagine? Can you imagine like okay? Are you imagining someone younger or someone older for this role?
I'm imagining both of them to be the same age on like
Same
their
age,
20s.
right.
Why?
No, I know
In their
like
20s.
20s. Okay, yeah.
In their 20s, yeah.
If this is a couple year ago, this actor never done horror, I don't think, but like a Michael Cera type will be very interesting.
Michael
Uh,
Cera. Oh my god.
You cannot see Michael Cera being like
I
That's
can see
exactly
that
what I'm
happening.
thinking. I just wanted to make sure there was
But Michael
other.
Cera's too
Uh,
old.
I
Especially
thought there
with
was
like
like
lanky
other.
body.
Yeah, yeah. I was
Oh,
thinking of other actors.
go with the lanky dude, the one that never aged. Butterfield. As, as
Thomas Brody
As a
sang. Oh, Asa Butterfield.
yeah, he doesn't age. He looks young,
oh,
but he's
oh
lanky.
him.
Bro,
Oh
he cannot
him.
play. He cannot play that role. I don't think he definitely
He just
can't play that role, man.
he doesn't look creepy to me in my opinion. I don't know. Maybe he
Yeah,
can if he tries, but he doesn't look creepy. He just looks nerdy. Who's a
yeah,
creep?
yeah.
Who
Who's
guys
a
suggest a
creep?
creep? Guys
Who's a
suggest a creep right
creep?
now.
Uh,
And it's just emojis of the finger pointing at us. Hey man, come on.
All right.
oh, you know what? The guy from Euphoria, I feel like can play this because he's already what's his name? The tall ass dude. Euphoria. The guy is also in the kissing booth. What's his name?
No idea.
The older brother, Jacob Elordi. He can probably
That
play. He can
Mm.
probably he got the charms.
Jacob.
He have like the facade of the charm, but he can play the creep character.
Oh yeah,
So I feel like
Dude,
he can be creepy. Jesus,
think
he's
about
tall
this.
as hell.
he's
How about
really freaking tall.
how
So
about
yeah.
how about right?
Yeah, yeah.
The Romeo is I
Uh-huh.
think his name is Argyle from Stranger Things. The one
Argyle,
Oh
with
my
you-
the long
god,
hair.
the long hair dude.
Long hair dude. Yeah.
Holy
Oh
cow.
him! Oh my god, him! No.
Bro, but you need I don't think, no offense to the guy, but you need like the charm to pull off the Romeo role. But
He got
yeah.
he got that pervy charm.
Pervy charm. Okay.
You want this guy?
Yeah, man. You gotta hide the creepiness, you gotta hide the creepiness, you gotta make it like covered as a charm, so yeah.
Uh,
Oh god.
Alright.
all right.
Yeah, that was just like
Uh,
another plot that I was thinking.
uh,
Even like KJ Appa from like Riverdale would be very interesting.
mm.
Wait, isn't he? I don't remember if it was the handsome one.
KJ Appa. He's Archie.
Oh, he's Archie. He is the handsome one. Okay, he's kind of creepy. Never mind. Yeah, you're right. We can go with him. Damn. Pervy charm.
I
I don't know what
Right.
this horror is gonna be. Is it gonna be like partly funny or is it? I don't know.
a
Yeah,
horror
like I said, I
comedy
haven't
type
thought
of
of-
feel, right? Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Like I said, I didn't
Dude,
think
that's
much
why.
of the story, but this was good.
Get
This
that
was good
Stranger
pitching.
Things Argyle, dude. He'll be perfect for a horror comedy.
Give him more roles. You know what? This time he stars
Yeah.
in this film. Yeah. You know what? Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Alright, so
I got one more. The one that I
Alright,
kind
go on.
Okay, this one is still very messy. I still haven't figured it out, but I think the
Uh-huh.
premise could be. I don't know if the premise is interesting actually.
okay.
All right, let's just go with it, I guess. Back to December.
Now I know a song.
Okay.
Good song.
Oh,
Yeah. I'm
that's
curious.
a good song. Okay.
It
Yes,
is,
yes.
yeah.
Basically, it's a time loop situation. So every time it hits midnight, 31st December, goes back to 1st December.
Like
So
Death
they
Day-
only-
Death Day
They
or
only
something.
live for a month?
So that's the thing. So it's not one day that's repeating. It's a whole month that's repeating. I don't know. I think it's a bit different, I guess, right?
Is this like Happy Death Day inspired kind of deal? But it's like a whole month.
Kinda, yeah. But I was thinking, so I still haven't figured it out why the time loop actually happens.
Okay, let's think.
I
Let's
still
think.
haven't
Let's help.
figured that out. But all I can think of is that throughout that whole month, there's this like stalker type dude that's been like following her, and let's say this guy, it's like he got rejected by her, and it's like, I want revenge type of deal. So for that whole month, he's been like making her life hell. It's like, oh, she got fired from her job because of some scheme that the stalker did. Also her dog died, things like that. All the bad stuff happening, and then she has to figure it out how to stop the time loop.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, so he
That-
got
that's-
rejected at prom. End of your prom.
And then he built a time loop machine.
And he
Real
built a time
time.
loop machine and made her. It just made her like suffer throughout.
So yeah, I don't know. That one's very messy, but it's like, oh, maybe that's why it's
You
back
Back
know,
to December.
back
you know,
to
what
December.
would be interesting. The film is shown from his POV. You paint him as the protagonist, but as the film goes on, he gets more worse and worse as a character. He gets creepier and creepier, and you realize, oh, we shouldn't be rooting for him. He's really messed up because he's trying to fix everything. He's trying to go back in time. You follow him, and then like, oh, we are not supposed to be rooting for this guy. This guy is like
Oh
wrong,
well, that's
and then like
interesting.
yeah. And
Oh,
then, like,
that's good.
that is like the first half of the film, and then the second half of the film, you change POV, you POV to the female character, and she's like, something is not right, and then you realize what's going on, and then the end of the movie is kind of like she breaks the time loop and everything, and
Dude, that's
you're like,
smart.
yeah,
Yeah, change
that's
change the
interesting,
POV.
yeah.
Yeah. Something like the
So you
Barbarian
see
kind of did that.
the
You
events
they
of the
changed the
films,
POV.
but it's
Yeah,
like different. Yeah, there you go.
that's a good one. That's a good one. No, and then the climax is like all of that like connects. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now that's more interesting. Like it's similar to kind of like Happy Death Day, but it's shot in a more interesting way.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, that's the best I got for Back to December. Yeah.
Back to December now.
Which
Uh,
by the way, I like the live chat is saying that is not at all what the song is about, but yeah, I like the twist though.
but what song?
Back to December.
Oh, again, I
Wait,
only see the title.
but
Wait,
oh, wait, this is what they. Oh, okay, my one first find
what's
it.
wrong?
Yeah.
Hmm?
All right. You got another one, Bert?
Yes, but it's not thought out fully well, and
Yeah,
it's
it's
not
alright.
necessarily following the song of the lyrics of the song. But "Speak Now," the song "Speak Now,"
Mhm.
from the album "Speak Now." If you know, basically
Really?
in the lyrics of the song, the song is basically about this girl who knows that someone that she likes is getting married, and she thinks it's like, oh, he doesn't deserve to be with her. She's like a messed up person. And then, like, when the priest like says, "Speak now or forever hold your peace," she eventually speak up and kind of like saying it, and like, you should run away with me, blah 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 blah. That's like the actual song. I'm taking it as a twist. The twist is basically there's this group of friends, and two of them are getting married, and these two people who's getting married, they really like each other. They think
Mm.
the relationship is going well, but everyone else in the friend group sees that they are not a great couple. They are kind of like they don't mesh well. They don't really support this marriage, and they're like worried for them. They all have their doubts in their head, and when they decide to get married, they didn't realize that their wedding venue is sort of like in a ancient Indian burial ground or something like that. And so when the priest basically mentioned like, all right, well, speak now or forever hold your peace, it kind of manifests into reality of like they are basically all kind of like set in a curse. Again, this is the part where I did not really think through it. I just thought this off on the air. It's sort of become like kind of like a It Follows slash
Mm.
Truth or Dare premise, where there's some kind of entity that's like chasing them and forcing them to say the truth to this two married couple, telling them of like how messed up their relationship is and their honest opinion of the relationship. And it's not only to the married couple, it's like to the whole friend group. They basically all expose, like they have to expose their truths. They have to say their truths, what they really think, all the negativities like blurt out. And if they don't do that, then they will just like they'll die basically. The entity will kill them.
Oh.
So the whole movie is sort of like is breaking apart their whole friendship of like because they all revealing the darkest secrets, the darkest things that they have to expose it, and eventually like there's only um I don't know what the ending is because like It Follows, the ending is like very vague of like the entities going elsewhere saying the truth or dare. The ending is like they put it on YouTube, which I thought the ending was very stupid. So I don't know the ending yet, but basically the ending is like left to the open and like unsolved of what this entity what this how this entity consumes everything basically. But it's like it's sort of like breaking apart the friendship and whatnot. Um so yeah.
All right.
Hmm. I can see like Emma Mackey in here. I can maybe see like
Emma Mackey.
I can see maybe Sydney Sweeney in here. I can maybe see Paul Mescal, like the people in there, like in the mid 20s kind of thing.
Okay.
Um, Maybe Tom Holland. Why not? So yeah, you know those kind of stuff.
All right.
Thoughts?
Yeah.
No thoughts.
I'm not sure. It is a very interesting concept. Yeah.
Yeah. See, again, it's a
Yeah.
concept, but I have no execution because I don't know what to do with
It's
it.
very that's what most of mine are as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. That
All
one's good. That
right.
one's good. Yeah.
Thank you.
All right. I'll just quickly go through two more that I have. I already mentioned the champagne problem one.
Go ahead.
There's one. I think that it's just titled change.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the usual
Mm-hmm.
stuff. Oh, it's changing into. I believe I peek into the lyrical bit. I think there's some sort of like sing. Wait, let me actually check it out.
Check the lyrics.
Change
Change lyrics.
lyrics from the
Taylor
music.
Swift. Yeah.
It's about something where everything has changed.
Mhm.
Featuring Ed Sheeran. Um,
Oh, okay. So yeah, there's the whole hallelujah part in the song when I peek through it.
uh-huh.
That's all I see, the hallelujah part. So I was thinking of something about
And we'll sing hallelujah. Okay.
yeah. I was just thinking about something more of a very what you call that? You know, demon
Demon.
possessed a
Okay.
guy.
Okay.
Yeah, but then it's like the demon like he's changing the guy into the demon type of deal. So it's again another body horror type of deal. Yeah. Have you seen like the Brendan Urie um
Brendan
music
Urie.
video? Yeah, yeah,
Which
yeah.
one?
Oh yeah, the music videos. Yeah, I know what you
Well,
mean.
where he turned into a demon type of deal.
Yeah, yeah. What is that called?
Yeah,
I
what's
have.
I've
the
I
listened to
have.
it a lot.
I have not.
Emperor? Is it Emperor New Clothes? Something? Let me look it up real quick. Like,
Okay.
if you've seen the
Yeah, yeah.
what's the
Panic at the
music
Disco
video?
Emperor's New Clothes. Yeah, yeah, yeah. He turns into like this weird demon satyr thing.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. If you've seen
Interesting.
the music video for that, something like that, but more the transfer. I only think of the transformation aspect, but
You're just
oh
thinking of
no,
body
obviously
horror.
it'll be more gory of that. Yeah, I didn't thought of
Mm,
any of the plot or anything.
A very
Yeah.
interesting coincidence that the Taylor Swift have collaborated with Brendan Urie as well in the song "Me." So
really?
yeah, there's
Oh,
a song
nice.
in Lover titled "Me" with exclamation point, featuring
Me?
Brendan
What?
Urie.
Taylor Swift me. Let me see.
That song is basically about like there is no one as special as me. I'm like unique, basically kind
Mm,
of thing, like a self love kind of song. So yeah,
yeah. And another one that I have is Eyes Open. You can go two ways
mm,
about this. The first one I think of is just a home invasion flick. So I don't
I
know,
so
nothing really. Yeah,
okay.
you gotta eyes open. You gotta pay attention type of deal. Like
Uh
where
huh.
are they coming from? So
Uh
I don't
huh.
know, not. And another one is just one of those things. I tried to think of a way to make it interesting, but I just couldn't. Like one of those things where the creature moves when you seize it, and or I mean stops when you seize it, things like that.
So,
I don't
it's
know.
so it's Bird Box. It follows type.
Oh, right, it is. Didn't think of that. All right, never mind that.
Oh, you don't want that. You don't want that as an idea.
I mean, it's a okay
It
idea.
works. Yeah, it's alright.
That's why I didn't. I tried to. I was thinking of a way to make it more unique, but I don't know. All the Eldritch stuff and the body horror stuff that I was thinking of already consumed too much of my energy.
Yeah,
Fair
I
enough.
have no more like great ideas as well. Just like shout out, obviously, Blank Space. The
Yeah,
music video is straight up about like a kind of like a psycho woman gone
Psycho.
crazy
Hmm.
kind of thing, and the music video is
I,
literally a trailer for a movie. So yeah,
actually, yeah,
obviously
about
something.
blank space. Yeah, I don't know. My friend just gave me another idea of blank space is when Taylor Swift kidnaps you to the back rooms and you have to like escape.
Ooh,
Hmm.
I was thinking of something more of like Get Out. Like
Oh,
you're
get
trapped
out!
inside.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
trapped inside of your own mind.
Oh,
And
of your own mind, but it doesn't trigger when you like spin the coaster thing. It triggers when somebody plays blank space.
like
You
I've
know,
space,
got a
yeah.
blank space, baby. Also, no.
Mhm. um, you also another song that is a very it's a very romance centric song, but if you take the title out of context, it's creepy. I can
uh,
see you.
Okay.
okay.
Oh, I see
Like
you.
it's a
I see
romance song, but
Okay.
you.
like I can see you now, like it's a romance, but as a horror concept, like I can see you. It's like, oh, what? It's like creepy, right?
I
It's
mean,
a,
just
it's a
think about
stalker
you're
sort
at
of thing.
home alone, and then suddenly you got an email or like a text message
I can see
from
you.
like
Yeah.
unknown number. I can see you.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's like, what the heck?
how scared are you? Yeah.
Also, this is probably the most messed up one because um, one of my personal favorite songs of her is called "Never Grow Up," and it's sort of like about she's basically singing to her childhood self, kind of like, "Hey, never grow up. Remember all the childhood memories that you have. Blah blah blah
Uh,
blah. The adult world is like rough, and you'll be damaged. But if you like take a twist to it about like maybe a overprotective mother who kind of like make a prayer or something, and the kid and like her kid is
Oh, they
sort of
never
like
grow up.
eternal youth and everything,
oh,
and then the kid gets like messed up because of the psychology of the whole thing.
Oh,
So yeah,
that's really good. Yeah. Yeah.
and then the
Yeah.
the mother like feels guilt and whatnot. But yeah,
yeah. Actually, wait.
uh,
Before we, like, I'm guessing we're finishing off right now since we
yeah.
have previously expended
Wait,
our
wait,
ideas.
wait.
Okay.
Before I continue as well, the chat, write down which one's your favorite pitches.
Oh yeah, that's
You
true.
know?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
that's true.
write down
What was
which
your
one's your
favorite?
favorite pitch.
No, I just
Yeah.
want to finish it off with this. To help the goo out, let's give him one. Let's give him one pitch. Okay, so how do you pitch 22 into a horror film?
Um,
I don't know about you, but I'm
someone
feeling
I'm feeling
pretty too.
22.
Nothing will be alright.
it's
You're
I
all
the
going
best
to die.
my best premise is again a body horror movie of someone who's like aging but doesn't want to be old, so they keep on doing like plastic surgery and shit to
Oh
look
my
young,
god.
and they try to
Oh.
fit in with the youth, but like people are creeped out by the person that
Hello,
he's
fellow
trying to be.
kids.
Hello, fellow kids, but it's all like just like
Steve starring Steve Buscemi.
silicon.
Oh
It's all
no!
like silicon and
Oh man.
Steve Buscemi. I don't think he needs actually to make him
Nah,
creepy. Does
he
he need
looks
prosthetics?
nah, he's young enough. He's cool. He looks
He's
cool.
young and cool enough.
Yeah.
Okay, y'all list it
Yeah.
again. Yeah.
Alright, yeah. Sure, I guess we can list some of the movies
Just
we pitch.
the titles that we
The
mentioned. So
titles, right? Yeah.
I did I did Nobody No Crime, I did Out of the Woods, and my last one was Speak Now, I guess.
Alright,
That's
yeah.
my main one.
Yeah, and then I did the Eldritch one,
Oh, oops.
Bigger Than the Whole Sky, and It's Nice to Have a Friend. It's the body horror one, and Back to December is basically Happy Death Day, but a whole month.
Right.
Yeah.
And
Arik?
I did You Belong With Me, the Stockholm Syndrome one, starring Maya Hawke and Bill Skarsgård. And the other one that I wanted to mention was it Champagne was it called Champagne
Champagne
Problems? Yeah.
Problems.
Champagne
Champagne Problem.
Problems.
Yeah.
Unknown director starring Mia Goth, where she's a psychotic girl who tries to get vengeance on her fiance. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah. All right.
All right. So yeah, let us know what you think in the chat. What you guys think on
Yeah, it's a
also.
lot of pitches.
That's a lot of
Yeah, we
pitches.
did. We did a lot more than I expected us
Yeah.
to do. Honestly.
Yeah, I
And
know.
yeah,
Right?
this is
I thought everyone's gonna do at least one or two, but no, a
I
lot
only
more.
did
I
multiple
made.
because I thought somebody took this film, so I have to do this film.
back
Yeah,
up.
that's
Yeah,
what I
It
thought
seems
as
and
like
we
well.
surprisingly none of us have any overlaps.
yeah, that's
Um,
the problem. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
the thing. Yeah, that problem thing. Yeah.
See, this premise of this episode I was quite excited about because of the ideas, but at the same time I'm also terrified because like taken out of context, some people will be like very offended of what we're doing, maybe. So I'm like, confused. I'm like, oh god, we're gonna get killed. But yeah, but this is interesting. I think we don't hopefully we didn't offend anyone, and I think it's like all very interesting premise. So yeah.
This is
Be
this is
fascinating.
all a creative practice, guys.
Mhm.
Yeah. All right. Let's look at the chat. I guess so far, I think the clear favorite has been Albert's pitch for Out of the Woods, which I'm
The
also
Out
a
of the
fan of.
Woods. Yeah, yeah.
Psychological
Yeah.
villain.
Yeah.
Fair. I'll take it. I'll take it.
Albert feels sad because that's his second pitch.
That's
He
my
thought
second.
Yeah, I
like
know,
the
right?
first one is
Well, no.
better,
To be
but
fair,
turns out
okay, it's the second film I thought of, but I think at the end of I was proud with it, but at the same time, I'm like I couldn't think of the details because again, psychological thriller. I'm not like
Mm,
I didn't. You need like a whole month to think of that, and I mean, we had like a couple of weeks since we decided this idea, but like I didn't have a whole week to like plan every single detail. So yeah.
fair enough, yeah. But yeah, no, Out of the
Yeah.
Woods is pretty good. Yeah, I like that.
Hmm.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like the Back to
Uh.
December premise as well. So
Like the
Yeah.
December
Especially
was
if your pitch, that one's very interesting. Getting
the
the two
two
POVs.
stories. Yeah, yeah.
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 And then, yeah. What's that name at the end? Yeah. It mix. Yeah.
Mhm.
But I'm still really proud of my Eldritch
The
one.
Eldritch one, I like that one. That was wild.
Yeah, bigger than the whole sky.
Mhm.
No, but the scariest one is still if we have to vote the scariest one, it's definitely yours. Was it Need a Friend? Or what's the title?
It
Oh yeah,
yeah, yeah,
the
that
body
one.
horror is
Yeah, the body horror
creepy.
Yeah,
one. That one's
if you're
scary.
talking about actually horror
Pure,
scary one, it's nice
pure
to have a
scary.
friend.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that one. Yeah, nice to have a friend. Definitely. It even sounds eerie. Just that title. It's nice to have a
yeah,
friend,
just
but
the
put that
title
in like
itself.
mere
Like
text. Yeah.
when I was looking through the list, I'm like, it's nice to have a friend. Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah,
Let me
that's
cook.
the scariest one. Yeah, let them cook. Yeah, that one's scary. That one's scary. So that's pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, valid.
All right.
Um,
Uh, I guess that's about it for our Taylor Swift songs, the horror movie pitches. Yeah.
mhm.
Listeners as well, I guess, from the podcast listener, go ahead and type down which one's your favorite in the comments. Also in YouTube, I guess, if you want to.
Yeah,
Yeah.
tweet at us at Councilman Show if you have a Twitter. Tweet at us if you're listening about your thoughts or yeah, if we an Instagram post. I'm pretty sure we'll make an Instagram post. So like comment at us what you think,
Very
or leave
much.
it as a
Yeah.
or if you're listening on Apple Podcast, leave it as a review because I don't think
Yeah.
the other platforms, not all of them have. I don't remember which one have
Comment
reviews,
section, right? Yeah.
comment section. So yeah, but yeah, you can.
All right. Yeah. Anyway, let's plug it out. Let's go, Albert.
You can find me on Instagram, Ariq Andria. You can find me on Letterboxd at Rikidu.
Yeah, and you guys can find the missing man Teguh on Instagram at TeguhM23 and Tegidu on Twitter. You guys can find me Kelvin on Instagram at KYAce27 and Disco Monkey on Letterboxd and YouTube. Albert.
You can find me on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Letterboxd at JA That's spelled JAWIRADHARMA. Follow me there for my latest ongoings. And you can as well follow the Councilman at Councilman Show. Once again, that's at Councilman Show, plural Councilman. Twitter, Instagram, Letterboxd. Follow us there. You can send us an email at councilmanshow@gmail.com. If you want to send us an email longer form, tweet at us, comment to our YouTube feeds, and subscribe to the audio platform as well on Spotify, on Apple Podcasts, wherever you listen to it. We're all there, and on the YouTube video format as well. Subscribe so you can check us out in either version. Leave us a review in the Apple Podcast feed. You can get featured. We'll shout out your reviews and whatnot. So yeah, make sure you do all of those and check out our merch as well. TeePublic /Councilman Show. So make sure to get your merch over there.
Yeah. All right. So, yeah, I guess movie producers, call us. We got ideas. And with that, the Council Ghouls has spoken. And we'll see
Swifted.
you on the next. Right, that's a better one. Swifty episode.